Hey guys, my name is Ray, and today's the day that we have an awesome live chat and so much good stuff to talk about. I'm like super hyped. You could hear it in my voice. But before we get to all of that good stuff, let me introduce my boy Kyle's fucking chickens or Fookin chickens. Tell him what's up, Kyle.
Fucking's cool, man. I'm down for that. That's one of the swear words I'm allowed to use. That's really similar to fucking. Oh, not too much, man. Got a new webcam, got a new laptop. No more technical issues. Happy to be here, man. There's lots of news coming out every day. Every hype. Let's keep it going, man. Season 7 is what? 35 days away or 36 days away? 35 days away, so we're getting close.
All right. Yeah, so I'm extremely hyped, and for the first time in a while, I feel we are finally getting some news that is positive in Game of Thrones, because last week we got the whole, what was it, 2019 possible thing. But this week, we got the exact amount of each episode in Season 7. The time count on each episode. What did you think about that? Let me get some of your initial thoughts on that. I'm super hyped.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's actually the same amount of runtime we had for Season 4 and 7 episodes almost, I believe. Or close to it. So that's pretty huge, right? So that's really awesome. Obviously, the last two episodes being 71 and 82 minutes respectively is huge. 82 minutes is pretty much a movie. And David Benioff and Dan Weiss actually said closer to 90 minutes. So it's possible that it's even longer. That's an hour and a half. And this is a really good sign, because some people were worried that, 7 episodes wasn't going to fill the belly for this season. I'm like, no. There's going to be a lot. They've been on record saying that each episode is kind of like its own season. Specifically, there's like a big event in every episode. I mean, at this point, we only got 13 episodes left, so we can kind of expect that with how much has to go down and how much information is actually coming from the books. So I'm really excited. I'm super excited. This means these episodes are going to be jam-packed. And most of the time, I'm left saying, oh, man, give me 10 more minutes. Give me 15 more minutes in this episode. And we're going to get that at least for a couple episodes. Even the premiere is an hour. So that's awesome.
I mean, when I saw this, I think I shed a tear. But I just jumped over it. Sorry, people, everyone in the chat. Shout out to everyone in the chat who's joining. Jimmy Page, Ash Scott, Sam Foggin, Catherine Summers, Liana Stark, and thanks to everyone else who's joining. When I saw that, Kyle, I'm not even gonna lie. I think that there's very little joys in life that compare to that. I think that it might compare to a first child. I don't know. I was so freaking happy. Like, I was legit jumping up and down, because I was like, I felt cheated. Especially after the whole debacle with the 2019 thing. You know what I mean? And I've kind of come around to the whole 2019 thing. Like I said, if it's in January or February, because it'll basically be the same amount of time that we waited for Season 7. But, I mean, I'm so hyped, man. I'm like really I don't think I shouldn't be this hyped for something that, like...
Can I spin something off you, Ray, man? Like, you're mentioning the 2019 thing here. Can we just jump into that? I mean, there's something that me and Johnny were talking the other day, and he's like, man, George and Dan, he believes that George, not Johnny, was saying this. My buddy George Sartiani was on my live streams on Thursdays, if you guys watch us. He was saying that he believes that Dan and Dave and George are kind of fighting over the ending, and George has been like, listen, I've got almost all the roadmaps to what is going to happen in the end. The book isn't written yet, but I got the ending. So now Dan and Dave have had to adjust their schedule.
Yeah.
From their writing period of 6 months, and they push it because their writing period is about 6 months. You know what I mean? Because they usually, like, just right before the season starts, and then until they go film, like, around that period. they got about that steady time when they're writing the scripts and really bearing down to what the actual season is going to be, right? So I think that George may be onto something, not George Martin, but my George, that George actually may have his footprint in the ending now, and it was going to be a little bit different, and then HBO was like, you know what, you guys got to have the same ending. But here's the thing, right? Something's going to come out first regardless, and I don't think it's going to be the books. So
yeah, the books, like,
you know what I mean? So people are going to be upset, but I think that Dan and Dave and George are all going to be on the same page for the ending now. I think it's going to be the same thing. And a lot of people will disagree, but I think it's going to be the same fucking ending, man. I think it's going to be the same ending. There will be small things that are changed, but
you think it's going to be the same?
I think it's going to be the same, man.
And that's where I differ. We'll get back to the episode, the amount of time on the episodes, but this is where I disagree. Last week I said in my previous live stream that I truly, honestly believe that George R. R. Martin thought that the story was going to end a certain way, and I think he switched it up. I think that he completely was like, you know what, this isn't working, and this is why it isn't working, and he saw something, and he just changed the whole shit. I honestly, truly believe that. And now that he possibly did that, D&D are screwed up and all scrambled up, and now they're trying to see how he corrects it to have something similar to what they... Because to me, there's no reasoning why they would have to wait for George this much. And to me, they're waiting for George. But I don't know why they would do that.
The chat is saying that they can't hear you very well, Ray's. I know we discussed the audio thing, but here, I'm going to turn myself down.
Yeah. Cause
okay, Gray says she hears you, but some of the other people in the chat are saying that your mic is...
It is a bit further. It is a bit further, but
okay.
I'll put that a little bit closer. You see? All right. I think you guys can hear me there, but
yeah. Continue, yeah, man. Like, I mean, so it's an interesting thing, man. Right? It's like, because we know we're getting the ending. There's no way A Dream for Spring is coming up before the show. Everyone.
No.
It's unfortunate. I watched the show first, but I'm a huge fan of the books. I listened to the audiobooks. I read the books over twice. I have to do it again because there's still shit I don't know about. There's things that I go back and read. I'm like, oh, this is like a parallel to this or whatever. But you know what, man? Honestly, you said you've come around on it, right?
Yeah, I mean,
like,
come around on what? On
the idea that it's going to be 2019 because you think it's going to be early 2019. I think it's going to be the same. But if they are truly going to deliver 60 to 70-minute episode, like 70-minute episodes for every episode, man, hey, dude, if it's 6 episodes and they deliver, like, imagine like the last 2 episodes are 3 hours in total or some shit. But like they're saying that they want every episode to be cinematic quality, meaning like Lord of the Rings 2 Towers or Return of the King, like that good. And we already know that Game of Thrones is actually that good. But I think what they're trying to say is they want to take it to the next level even. And they want to achieve something that has never been done on television. So I'm all for it, man.
I personally, I have come around to the whole idea. Because when you really look at it, we're going to get the last episode by when? When are we going to get the last episode of season 7? Like, I don't know, maybe September?
So July. So we got what, 2 weeks? 2 weeks in July that we're getting episodes. Then we got
in September.
The first week of September will be the last episode that we get, and then what? So 2018. I mean, they got to start writing right after the season. Or they'll probably be writing during the season. Yeah. I mean, they always do that. Like we were speaking about the process that they use.
Optimistically, we'll get the big showdown by next winter. By like December of next year, Christmas, and they're not gonna release anything in Christmas. Like December, for some reason, is one of those like times of the year that they don't release anything good on television. Everything goes on hiatus. I just don't see a scenario in where they.
August 27th is the last episode. Oh fuck me, dude, that's not enough. See now I'm at the point where I'm like, oh man, August 27th.
Yeah, man, it's hard. It's hard. Shout out to everyone else who's joining in the chat. The new people who were invited by Kyle. Thanks for joining. If you like it, remember to drop a like and subscribe. Thanks for joining us. It's always fun. I try to do these every Saturday. Shout out to Julie, Norma, Big E. Hey, shout out to Gray Area who's in the chat. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I could listen to Gray talk for hours on hours. Like, there's something about her accent and the way she talks that I just love. Shout out to Gray Area.
It's rough beats being a dude out here on YouTube, man. 65% of the viewership is male.
I
Man,
know.
it's pimping ain't easy, dude. You know what I'm saying?
No, but she does have awesome stuff though. Shout out to Gray though.
Yeah, for sure. A member of the Golden Company, and just a super solid human being. Even though I hate the Baltimore Orioles, fuck the Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah, I don't like him
Um,
either. Yankees beat them. Yeah, yeah. No, let me stop.
oh, we got 9 dislikes on this video. Fuck. Here's what we gotta do, people. We got 45 people in the chat. We got 24 likes. The Chicken King commands you to smash that like button, or you know I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to eat every fucking chicken.
Now, yes. I mean, we don't care about these haters, right? Like,
Yeah,
whoever
we
hit that
don't.
dislike is just hating. Like, it's honest. So, but hit that like button. Let's show them they ain't winning. They're gonna have to create a lot more YouTube accounts to dislike it.
That's like we can just have a good laugh about it, right,
I
man?
mean,
Me
yeah,
and you.
I mean,
It's like you know what I mean. Like we're just having fun here, man. We gotta leave by yeah. See, we got the chicken spam emoji in the fucking chat. That's what's up. Let's get back to the actual discussion though, Ray, because I know you're continuing your
no,
point.
oh no, yeah, but like I was saying, do you think that maybe in your head is there any possibility that George was like, you know what, I'm gonna change the ending?
I don't think so. No, yeah, man. I'm releasing a video in the next couple days, which is like it's based off Daenerys and Jon, the Song of Ice and Fire, and I know it's been beaten to death that the two of them are the Song of Ice and Fire, but um, this is legitimately how I think it's going to end. I studied Roman history and ancient Sanskrit text that was obviously analyzed, like the Bible and stuff like that. George pulls a lot of his influence from religion and whatnot. We see, Zoroastrianism with Melisandre and stuff like that. But I don't think that he could change it because I think that he always knew what it would be in the end. You know what I mean? The politics obviously is a huge thing, but the forces of nature clashing in the end, and then only humans are left, kind of picking up the pieces, man. So.
I mean,
It'll be really, but the characters, you're right. Like, oh, was a Daenerys surviving like 6 months ago, and then George was like, oh, somebody fucking figured out my theory on Reddit or some shit. I'm gonna change it. I don't think that George would do that.
you don't. I so believe he would. Yo,
I don't
George,
think,
yo, bro, George R. R. Martin is the definition of petty. Like he is super. I sound super loud on your end. I could hear myself. What you call it? Yo, George is super petty. Like, yo, he has said some of the craziest shit. I have zero doubt in my mind that George would see someone like, oh, they figured it out, and he would change it. Unless it's something super, super dope. Or like something super important, I don't think he would do. But if it's like something
fake news. Just like all the Sansa hate for season 7 that's out there.
that's not fake. It's real. The hate is real. The hate is real, bro. But
yeah, man, it's an interesting topic, man. Like, you know, like when me and you first started chatting, what was it, like almost a year and a half ago, or over a year ago?
yeah.
And it's like, man, we chatted about like how fast the show is actually moving, like, and it's just crazy, man. We would have discussions about like season 5, what happened in season 5. And we're like, yeah, man, like, oh my God, season 6 is going to be insane. And now we're just at the point where it's like almost done. And I don't really know how to feel about it because, I'm such a big fan of Lord of the Rings. And we chat about, me and you chat about like Iron Fist and like Daredevil. We're like, yeah, those shows are great. But nothing is quite like this story specifically because of all the topics that it covers. And the melting pot of actors and actresses that are in the show. We have the Dothraki who are represented by people that are Turkish, Spanish, African American. You know what I mean? It's just like this. It's this thing that not just me as a white person or you as a Spanish person can connect to, but like literally globally, is so popular.
It's so diverse. Like one of the things too that I was gonna say was it genuinely makes me laugh. It's a good show, but have you seen the Last Kingdom on Netflix?
Yeah, I watched all of it. Yeah,
it's a good show, but it's crazy seeing on the scale of Game of Thrones, and then you see the Last Kingdom, and this person declares himself king, and he has only 50 swords. Like I'm like, bro, I'm like, yo, this. No, it really makes me laugh. A king in the Last Kingdom has 50 people who could fight. So that would be like basically like Lyanna Mormont calling herself queen.
Hey man, if Lyanna Mormont had fucking dragons, the show would have been over in 2 seasons, man.
No, yeah, without a doubt. If she had a bear, it would have been over. Just a bear that listens to her. But let's go back to the episode count, right? First episode is going to be 59. Second episode 59. That's going to be basically an hour. It's longer than the previous episodes, I believe, right?
Yeah, for sure, man. I think this is like the second or third longest premiere. I can't remember exactly.
I think I saw somewhere it was like third. I think, but
third.
I think it was like third or second or something like that. I don't think it was the number one, but just
it's up there, man. I mean, to get an hour for the premiere is pretty huge, right?
I mean, when you look at the other episodes that you see, you basically have them in your head as like an hour, and then like all the behind the scenes stuff too, the explanation behind it inside the episode and all that good stuff. Also, another question. I didn't think it was a very good show. I think that a lot of us YouTubers do a way better job than After Thrones. The After Thrones.
Don't even fucking get me started on that.
Doing that?
That was the biggest joke that I've ever seen. Fucking, my God, man. They should get someone who actually represents the community, who actually knows, like, instead of these fucking hipsters. I'm kind of a hipster, but like that's like hipster, like fuck right off, man. That shit triggered me, man. That was like base level poo emoji.
I mean, I know that it was Bill Simmons, I think it is, he was on ESPN. He had something to do with it, but I think they canceled his TV show, so I don't think they might do that this year.
He was booted off ESPN. He had spoken many times about some issues, and he didn't exactly. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people disagreed with him, but I think that after show is absolutely terrible. I mean, that's why people go to YouTube.
Yeah,
I mean that's what.
Yeah, most definitely. But thinking about that, they did give us enough last season content all together, with the inside the episode, and they released it right away on YouTube and all that good stuff. But man, I'm telling you, I honestly think that 60 minutes is a lot. And then you have episode 3 is 63 minutes. Oh man, you know how much you could get out in 4 minutes? A whole other scene.
A lot of hand jobs, dude. That's what I'm thinking.
A lot. I don't know, maybe 6 in the other 3 minutes.
Yeah, man.
I mean, depending on
when did we get a 63-minute episode in the whole series? I don't think we have yet. And for episode 3, we've never got that. That's got to be. And for television, I think that aren't these like some of the longest episodes of television, just like in general for
premium. Like it's HBO, no commercials, no nothing.
Right, so it's specifically really long episodes. I mean, there's some like TV specials that they've done that are those are categorized kind of as TV movies. This is actually a show.
I mean, George did say he wanted a movie for the ending. At this point, it seems like it's going to be a movie theater scale type episodes that we'll be getting, but we'll just be getting it at our homes or in our homes. Now, I ask you a question. Now that we're talking about the movie theater thing, if
I was just gonna ask you the same question, go ahead.
Would you pay episode per episode to see? It in theaters? I would. Call me an idiot.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, here's the thing. I'm gonna ask people in the chat. Let's ask everyone in the chat this. Let me propose this to you. Once a week, you get together for your friends. Everybody works their fucking Monday to Friday or whatever. Everybody has their work schedule. Well, let's say Sunday is your day off. YouTube is my job. So for me, I can make my own schedule. But what if I were to go Sunday night and be like, hey, let's go fucking watch some Game of Thrones. Let's get a bite to eat. Let's watch this episode on this huge, massive screen. Why not? Like, who wouldn't want to do that, man? I don't know. Sign me up. Give me a burger. Give me a fucking piece of pizza. Slather that shit up with some fucking whatever. I'm down.
Yo, I'm so down. It's not even like healthy. Like, I would be like, take my money. So like 7 episodes. What would it be, like $200 to see every episode on? I don't know how I don't know.
No, not even. It'd probably be like $10, man. There's no way they can charge real.
What movie theaters you be going to up in Canada?
$5? I don't know, man. $5 for what? Like they can make a killing off this shit, right? It's only an hour.
I mean, in theaters in New York are thieves. they crooking up here, man. Like in New York, if you want to get like a cheap deal, you got to go like at 10 in the morning, and it's like $10 to go like in 10 in the morning or like 12
Oh
bucks.
yeah, it's called a matinee here. We have matinee shows that are fairly cheap. You know, hey, it's funny. Like I usually go on Tuesday nights. It's cheap night. We just go pig out, and like we get like 3 or 4 of us, and we just get a bunch of like candy and popcorn and shit and pizza, and we just pig out, man.
Yo, I'm that dude that sneaks in like food from the street.
And you work at a theater.
No,
Shame.
I do.
Shame.
Wait, I got my little bell here. Shame on. I'm gonna ring that shit on everyone who says something funny. Being the bell on my side, you're kind of losing now, Kyle. But I mean, I have done it. I've done it like with like I'm like, yo, let me take in some Subway, some KFC, and then I'm just like, I just sit like in a corner. You know what I mean? Like, yo, it's good, man. I mean, yo, these movie theaters are thieving. But let's get back to Game of Thrones because we're getting out of hand. But the shortest episode, which is weird to me, is episode 4. It's 50 minutes. You have any thoughts on that?
That's going to be the shortest episode for the rest of the series, man. Think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, next season they're all going to be an hour at least. With the final 2 episodes possibly being an hour and a half each. Fucking sign me up for that shit. I don't know, man. You know what will probably happen that episode? We'll probably get a lot of traveling because we know that John's going to Dragonstone. People are going to have Littlefinger's jetpacks. People are just going to have to accept that. And for a show, man, it's like The Last Kingdom doesn't ever, ever hear people complain about The Last Kingdom being like, oh, that person got there that fast. But it's Game of Thrones. They're like, it's like these nitpickers, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think that episode will just be a setup episode, man. It'll be mostly like, Tyrion and Daenerys talking about how they're going to deal with Cersei, and then Jon how they're going to deal with the White Walker. Like that, it's going to be that kind of episode, like politically focused. And then the first half of the season will kind of be like everybody, the kind of like the fallout of everything that's going on, and then everything will be so intense by the end of the season. It will just be that for the rest of the way forward.
I mean, I have actively avoided spoilers, and for some reason, I know way too much this season. Like I don't know about you, I have actively like dodged spoilers, and I know way too much.
Ian Tron says, "Is it 50 minutes with credits previously on?" Yeah, I don't know. Probably
I don't know how they do that.
It might be like 48 minutes, which would be incredibly short.
I think it's including. No, wait. I think it's without, and then they just add it because it usually tends to round out to like an hour the whole episode. I know that for a fact.
Can mods make mods?
Could what?
Can David Adam make new mods?
I don't. What do you mean? He's asking. I was gonna.
No,
do
I'm
that.
asking. I'm asking. Make me a mod just in case we.
Wait. All right. So I should make some new mods. You're saying? Let's see.
Yeah. Let's make some new mods. We got some pretty cool people in the chat, right?
So let me see. Wait. No, wait. How do you do the whole mod thing again?
The 3 little dots on the side.
All right. What is it telling me? Go to channel.
Oh, fuck it.
I mean, I was gonna. Could you do it?
I can't do it. No.
That's weird. Oh wait, I know why I'm not. I know why I can't do it because I'm not logged down to my fucking thing. All right. Yeah.
Don't even, it's all good. We got David Adams in the chat.
No. Wait, I'm going to do this, but let's keep talking. So while I log on to my ish, episode 5 is 59. Then the last 2 are the babies, the good ones, the ones that we really want to see because we know that all the good stuff is in there. What could we expect for episode 6 and 7? Yeah.
Well, I mean, the wall's gonna. I think the last episode of the season will be. What last season we got Daenerys arriving to Westeros, right? So that'll be the first part of the season will be kind of like about that. The last part of the season is all going to be with the wall and whatnot, right?
Yeah, I would imagine. I mean, I think that episode 7, we're going to see that freaking wall thing. Like when they're beyond the wall, because they can't leave like the whole season them beyond the wall. They can't leave them behind the wall, or could they? Do you think that they would do some shit like that?
Jeez, man, I don't know, man. It really depends. Like, how far is Daenerys gonna go north? Because she's gotta, right? I mean, she's gonna go north.
I
Like, I
mean,
mean,
it would be like the perfect ending to the season if she were to go, but I don't think that they could end it her beyond the wall because, like, that's like when they left Sam beyond the wall, and you see the White Walkers pass right by him. You're like, yeah, Piggy's dead. Like Sam is dead. Like you know what I mean? Like it's a wrap. He's not going to make it.
well, I mean, he's probably gonna be at Winterfell. I mean, some people will be at Winterfell. Some people will be at Castle Black. There's not a whole lot of people at Castle Black anymore. We got to remember that. There's what Dollar said. That's pretty much it. The only person that we really can associate with there. Um, Other
Yeah.
than, I mean, Bran will interact with him early in the season, but he's not going to stay at the wall. There's no point of him doing that because the Night King is basically tracking his ass with his radar. He's got that mark on his arm. So yeah, I mean that's what I think. I mean, the focus will be on the White Walkers in the last episode, and that's why I think that there will be. You know what? I actually think that there's going to be some flashbacks in that episode. I
All
think that
right.
there's.
So just letting them know, I'm placing Big E as a moderator, Stacy Smith as a moderator, and anyone else you think I should give this immense power to? I don't know. I really
No,
I really haven't put
no.
that many moderators out on my channel. The other day, I think it was Timo30 was like, "Yo, you're stingy with the moderators." I think you were on here, right? It's just that I didn't know
Uh,
how. But
I think Ion Throne could be made one, but well, I think we're good now.
all right. So I think we're good with that. But
That
yo, I'm telling you, I'm super hyped to see how they end the season, which is sad because we're already looking ahead to season 8 and season 7 hasn't even come out. Like, look at how unappreciative we are as people, as fans. Like, season 7, a sub of mine the other day was like, yo, bro, season 8 hasn't even come out. Like, why are you talking about it in 2019? I'm like, bro, because it hurts. What do you think about it? Like, do you have any thoughts on any of that?
I'm always. I mean, I don't know, man. That's kind of how I am. Well, I mean, Con of Thrones is happening for me soon, so I'm like constantly thinking about season 7, and I'm like, oh, is there going to be one for season 8? And I'm like, oh, I got to go to that. There's a season 8 one, so I'm like thinking about like what's going to happen in season 8, like what kind of actors and actresses they might bring to like one of these events, you know. And I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, I'm like, whose POVs are going to be in A Dream for Spring, like not just season 8. I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? I'm constantly thinking about it, really. Um, I mean, you know, me and before you started really getting back into videos, like I was doing after I got sick. I mean, you've been on the grind lately, like I have. Man, it's like a constant thing that's in your mind, right? You're trying to like piece things together. You're like, this person's gonna make it until the end. Like these people are gonna meet. This is how this person's gonna die. How do I connect these dots? It's so hard.
You go down the rabbit hole, to be honest. Like it's
Oh
like
yeah.
a legit rabbit hole. Like it's funny if people knew the process of being on YouTube making these videos, they would be like, yo, like you question everything. The other day I was making a video, and let's just talk about this because this is something that I wanted to talk about, and it looks like I have a bunch of new people that I don't know their opinions and didn't see that video. But the other day I did a video on Arya, and I was like, just like about the Starks and the Wolves, and a lot of suspicion is that Nymeria is coming back or whatever. So I was like, yo, you know what? Let me do a video of a wolf or whatever. And then like I'm going through all the Arya footage, and then I see that scene of Arya in the House of Black and White, and basically she's in the Hall of Faces, and she's peeling the faces off of who she thought was Jaqen, and then she sees her face, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why didn't I ever question this? Like, I never really questioned it. And then I'm like, is she seeing some type of magic, a glamour? Is it a double face? Like, is it like they could replicate a face of Arya, like with Arya with her own face? What? And then we see that also the waif had Jaqen's face. So what do you think? I'm interested in seeing what do you think? Because I went down a rabbit hole with that.
Well, I don't know if you've ever studied real alchemy, like
No.
al- like actual alchemy was considered magic in medieval periods and way before even Egypt was around. Like the how the universe works. If you really want to go down the rabbit hole, I don't want to trigger some people, but I have some theories of how it works. Um, and I'm not really gonna hypothesize those because it's some scary shit. But but yeah, man, like basically the faceless men understand alchemy and how to manipulate the human body, skin, follicles, hair, all that sort of stuff. And I think that's kind of what was going on there. And we know that certain like certain types of medication can have certain types of effects on people. I've been on record saying I've taken hallucinatory I've taken stuff. I've
He's like,
experimented.
I've had some weird stuff.
I don't want to incriminate myself, but I should just do. But in my younger years, I had some fun, and you know what I mean. I think that their understanding of that is very high. Jacken understands that, and we see Arya. I mean, remember when she's going through training with the waif and she's blind and she's sniffing all the powders and stuff like that?
Yeah.
That's part of alchemy. It's more science, mixing powders together. I mean, they're washing the bodies. Who knows what's in that water that they're washing the bodies with? Is it just pure H2O? Is there some sort of solvent or preservative that's preserving the bodies? Because we know the Egyptians preserved the bodies with certain types of embalming liquids and shit like that back in the day, and people still do that. But you know what I mean? So
But
that's my interpretation of that was they gave something. I guess here's my point. They gave something to Arya to make her have this moment where she would feel really uncomfortable and she would see what they wanted her to see, essentially.
But how? Like that's the thing though. With me, I'm like, how did they get that specific image? Like, and then you see that the waif has Jacken's face. Like, you know what I mean? She's peeling off the faces, and then we see. So okay, you could interpret it. It's Arya seeing, but then Arya isn't seeing, and then we still see Jacken. You know what I mean? So is it that they could wear somebody's face without killing them? That's the video that I did. I was like, and it's not even me telling you that they could do it. I'm questioning, is that even a thing? How would they manipulate that one face, or that you see that one thing? Because you could give me whatever the hell you want and you don't know how I'm going to react to it. Am I like, or am I wrong for like, that's not the way I see it.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of the story, man. We were just talking about all these different perspectives, man, of what actually is going on. And that's the thing. It's up for interpretation, right? I mean, I take a more analytical approach because I believe that
There's a science behind it.
well, I mean, people see what they want to see. Like, for example, the Bat Productions, he does videos and he's like busting theories, like Ned Nashera. I'm like, there's no fucking way that's a theory, right? And
At this point, no.
yeah, and he hypothesizes is like, okay, but like it's the same kind of thing, right? It's like, oh, people want to think that Arya actually is an Arya,
That's what I was
or
gonna,
that you know,
that was something else that I was going to bring up. I was going to say, okay, there's nothing strong to indicate that that is even like a thing, right? But
and here's the thing: how would it fit the purpose or the narrative of the story? Like, how would it drive the story? Like, this is what Martin's a master at. When he's planting all of these seeds for things that are happening that are going to have bigger payoffs in the future, generally they have to be impactful. Why it would be not? It wouldn't even be impactful if it was the way
what?
for me.
What?
Because here, so check this out. Man.
What?
Because Arya's story is not continuing, and her story is so captivating. That's what I'm trying to say. We know that she has to interact with Sansa, Jon, Arya, Sandor again, all of these people. So having the waif be in the story, yeah, it would be a big shock. But after that, it would just be like, what the fuck?
No, but
You know what I mean?
But I mean,
That's
like,
why I'm like, eh.
like I get that part, right? Because you're like, why would you do that? But when you look at the whole Faceless Men plot in the books, it does seem like they have a bigger end game than they do on the TV show, right? And then you have George saying the bittersweet ending, and I've always thought that Arya is going to die. That's why I maybe buy into this maybe a bit more quicker than you, but I've always thought that Arya might actually die or bite the dust. And you're telling me that like if she were to have died that day versus the wave. Like, question. Like, all that blood on that face. Like, I don't know. It looked like it was, like, a hurtful thing. And then she goes and she says, like, I am Arya Stark of Winterfell. And a girl is Arya Stark of Winterfell, and I'm going home, whatever. Like, why would you tell people who were just sent to kill you that you're going home? You know what I mean? Like, it just seems like it sounds cool in the moment, but like you could see why I would like you can't see why I would think that it sounds funny.
Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing, though. Her face was fucking cut off. Okay, it's like, yeah, okay. Could they manipulate a face to make her skin look like her face? I mean, that's just like too much. You know what I mean? Like, okay, Serial Pharrell's jacking. All right. I mean, I guess there's some narrative for that because we didn't really get to see Sirio die. You didn't see the body. They ain't fucking dead, right? You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing, man. It's like, people thought Lady Stoneheart was going to be in the show. I ate a fucking sock live on air for that shit.
That's on you, bro. Yo, you doing any bets this year?
Yeah, I've already got one Gray Area, man, on Sansa.
On what's that? I probably might want in on this. Well, please.
No, whoever. Okay, so I don't think that Sansa's going to betray Jon. She thinks that Sansa's going to betray Jon. The loser has to sponsor a giveaway on the other person's channel.
I mean,
I'm looking at these new tasty Funko Pops, Gray. I might need to do some giveaways for my fans for those. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. Like behind my screen, I have like a legit like 12 Funko Game of Thrones figures. Like, don't buy one. Like, if you buy one for yourself, it's like super addictive. But,
well, here's the thing. I got for Christmas 2 years ago. My ex-girlfriend got me this like little Jon Snow keychain. And I was like, I would like always play like a little figure. I'd like play with him and shit.
I have the heavy hitters. It's funny because I was gonna do something with it, and then I was like, nah, I'm not taking them out of the box. I was gonna actually use them for something. Then that investment just went out the window. I was like, oh, they look cute.
People are commenting in the chat, right? Adam West, the original Batman, did die today. R.I.P. Man, he was a great actor.
Shout out to Batman, Adam West. Yeah, man.
Shout out to Adam West.
Shout out in Bat Heaven.
He was like the original dude on TV who fucking killed was like the bat. Like, he was the superhero, man. Batman back in the day was like the thing, man. My mom used to watch that shit.
I never watched the Adam West version of it, but I did buy the outfit when I was like younger, and someone suckered me and gypped me off for like some really stupid cheap toy, and I gave it away. My mom was really mad. I'm not even joking. That's like a legit real story. Like, I had like I wish it were fake, but that was like a legit real thing. Yeah, man.
You know, we use our voices in our videos as a way to connect with other people and grow our brands and stuff. And that guy, he had one of the best voices ever.
I know, right? Like, his voice is wasn't he not Barnacle? Was it on SpongeBob? Was he the voice of something in Barnacle Boy? I forgot his name.
Oh man, I can't remember, dude. But he was. It wasn't he on Family Guy?
Was it? You don't remember his voice?
Wasn't he on Family Guy?
I think so. He had like that deep, distinctive voice.
Oh, he was a mayor on Family Guy, was he not? Or was that Seth MacFarlane doing his voice? I don't know. I'm probably mistaken.
I mean, I really liked his voice. Like, I don't know. I really don't like my voice that much. People have told me, they watch my channel. They're like, yeah, you have a cool voice. You have a great voice. I hear my voice as like squeaky. When I hear it, to me, it sounds like high pitch. I don't know. It throws me off a bit.
Man, before we went on air, Ray, we were talking about the couple trailers that came out. There's been two of them, The Story and Cloth, and what was there was the Locations trailer. I didn't really get to watch that one too much. I didn't see too much that look. I mean, I got to briefly glance at it. But you want to talk about the Story and Claw trailer? Because there's some stuff in there, man.
Yeah, it's funny you bring it up. I just threw the video up on the channel right there for it. But the Story and Claw one is interesting, right? Because to me, there's like two characters that really, really stick out to me here. Cersei and Littlefinger. Am I like the only one who know, like, thought, like, I don't know. I really haven't seen any videos on it. I haven't made a video on it myself, but they really stuck out to me. Like, did you think anything like any character stuck out in it for you? Like, did anything look weird or odd in it?
Yeah, man. Cersei meeting Illyria Sand face to face.
Oh yeah, that is crazy. I mean, this, like, she's in chains, so we already know what's gonna happen with her. I'm surprised they even freaking put that in the trailer.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's super revealing, man. That means that they have to get like I mean they have to leave Dorne or get captured from Dorne. Like that's huge. Obviously, there will be some stuff that's revealing in the trailer, no matter what. But to have them meet face to face, we got to be like, okay, like Illyria is dead. There's no way she's getting out of that.
Not a chance in hell.
To say it, like I mean and there she is right there. And Franken Mountains in the background, you can see him. But what do we think about that? Because does this mean the Sand Snakes are dead, man? I mean, how many? Like, is Euron? We know that Euron's probably going to approach Cersei. They need to ally with each other because of their current situations. That's definitely something I think we're going to see, and possibly could fracture the relationship between Cersei and Jaime, and it has such a ripple effect, right? We already know Cersei's becoming the Mad Queen, doing the exact thing that Jaime tried to prevent previously. But yeah, man, I think that's probably the biggest moment for me, other than Sansa being in the Crypt of Winterfell.
Like, that's it. That's another one. I was gonna say something about that too. I mean, I honestly don't know. Like, giants are in it. They look like they have giant outfits or wildling outfits in it. I think I saw like the Night King outfit. I'm not sure if that's like the Night King in like the end, like after the one that looks like the giants or like the raps or whatever, or the wildling shit that they did. Like, it looks like it has like some weird vest. I don't know. The like in the one with Sansa and the Crypts, it looks like needles in there, right?
Yeah, it looks like Arya is right behind her in that scene. It looks like a body double for Maisie Williams is there. Is that because that's not Maisie Williams directly behind Sophie Turner, I believe.
I mean,
I could I could be mistaken though. I have to look at the picture again.
yeah, no, and then you have like Jon Snow and not in the Jon Snow, but I mean Littlefinger, which seems to be leaving the crypts. You also have that scene, and to me that was interesting within itself, right? It's like why did they keep showing like something big is gonna go down in that? Like at first I thought it was Jon just gonna be choking the shit out of Littlefinger, and now I just think that it's going to be like he's going to be like, you know what? I don't want to. Like it's gonna get crazy. Like I honestly believe it's going to get crazy. Do you think something? What are your predictions for the Crips? Do you think that Littlefinger tells Jon his parentage, or do you think even Littlefinger knows?
He's going to insinuate something. I think it's actually going to have to do with the decisions he's making, because we see actually right now in the video we see that Tormund is in the Great Hall of Winterfell, and there's Brienne and there's Lyanna Mormont there. Jon's gonna, and then here's Littlefinger, right? He's being sneaky as fuck as usual. But Jon's gonna try to install some of his policies because he was just newly elected king in the North, right? So there's that, and I think that obviously not everyone's gonna jive with what he's saying. I think there's I mean, we heard some people speak out about the wildlings in that, but I think that what's possible is that you know they're paying their respects to Rickon down there, and then Littlefinger says something offhand like, "Hey, you're the man of the house now. Brandon and Ned aren't around." He's like, "How fucking dare you bring up their names?" Maybe Jon heard something about Littlefinger offhand that wasn't mentioned. Well, that wasn't mentioned to him, or someone mentioned something to Jon before he's having this actual conversation with Littlefinger, because Jon is fucking pissed off, man.
Yo,
And
like
we know
yeah,
that.
he chokes the
Yeah,
shit
you
out
know
of
what I
him.
mean.
Like I hope and pray to God that Jon isn't underestimating Littlefinger. Like you know what I mean? Like because we saw that the Ned knew what Littlefinger was, and he knew, but he lowered his guard because of Catelyn. Like, oh no, he's like a brother or whatever. Damn, she really friend zoned him. Now that I said that out loud, she friend zoned the shit out of Littlefinger. But like that made Ned lower his guard, and then we saw what happened. But I don't know, man. I really think that it has to do with something. Something big is gonna go down there, or maybe
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
because we've seen the Crips. I think every season, haven't we?
Um, I can't confirm that one, man. I honestly
I,
can't.
I remember we saw it in season one, season two when they leave,
Yeah.
and
I can't, man, I honestly have to go back and watch the older seasons because there's things that in season 6 that I might be able to be like, oh, this relates to what we saw in season 6. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Like a light bulb pop in your head. But I don't. I honestly don't remember. Ray.
I mean, I think that I was like looking up for a video, and I think that that is the case. I think like in every at least like in a flashback or the same scene, we've seen it. But it's one of those things that that we have seen, but we really haven't explored. And I really want to see what the hell is down there. And it looks like they kind of built up, or they have that whole, uh, like where we see that Sansa is. It looks like it's well built. Like you know what I mean? It doesn't look like it's some like uh, little piece and then it's like CGI behind it. No, this looks like they actually made the crypts, and we're going to maybe see something more in it. Maybe like you said, it might be like him checking out Rickon or Ned or something, and
Well,
maybe
they're definitely doing Rickon down there because uh,
last season he said he
John
was gonna
John said, "Hey, man, you know what I mean?
put him
Listen,
next to my father and whatnot."
we haven't had the ceremony yet. Even though his body might be down there, like he's not alive anymore, but still, they can still have a ceremony. Yeah, because I mean, Sansa. I think that a lot of people are underestimating John gave Sansa respect, man. She's like, listen, the Knights of the Vale, they saved us. Without the Knights of the Vale, we were fucking dead. He offers her the room, right? Offers her the room. He's gonna give her props, man. And I think a lot of people are underestimating that specific thing because I think when they're going to talk about all how they're going to divide the lands up of the Karstarks and shit like that early on in the season, he's going to give her props and stuff. So I think they're going to have a meeting down there, and I don't know if they'll have the reunion with Arya and Bran before Jon leaves for Dragonstone. I'm guessing that that probably won't happen until later in the season if it does happen at all. So we have to assume that Jon and Sansa are going to at least have a discussion before Jon leaves about if anything happens to him, what would be, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like he has to leave in air and everything like said, and he's in charge and
Because
contingency.
Davos is hand of the king, right? And we know that Tormund and Brienne probably won't be leaving, so John's gonna have be like, oh, like Lady Lyanna Mormont is this in my council, and Lord Glover and Mandel, like he's gonna have a small council of his own, right?
Of course.
So
I mean, it's interesting too because in the north it's kind of different, but it's kind of the same. I don't know how it could be both, but I mean, I'm hyped to see some of these characters like in a bigger role and to see what they bring because, like you said, he might trust Lyanna, but like you also said earlier, would people frown upon John giving power to Lyanna Mormont over like you know what I mean, like Lord Glover or Manderley or something? You know what I mean? So I'm very interested in seeing how John takes control and hold of everything. You know what I mean?
yeah, absolutely, man, because you know, he is really so much like Ned, even though Rhaegar is his father. If anybody believes that Rhaegar isn't his father, you're crazy.
Man.
But like the parallels are astounding, and he's had some good people impart some lessons on him, Corn Halfhand, but especially Maester Aemon, and when he was acting as Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, he killed the boy Jon Snow, and he's at that point now where he's sort of got like he's came back from the dead, and then the books we hear about how that changes people. I don't. It changed Jon. It really did, physically and mentally. And I think we're going to see more of the fire side of Jon,
I mean, I
supposedly.
mean, I personally, when I see like Jon Snow, right, and you mentioned Maester Aemon, I personally, give me a minute. Gotta take this. Take over, Kyle.
Well, here let's talk. Let's talk about ice and fire. Ice and fire in the chat, everyone. Um, Uh, but basically, ice and fire, guys. Ice is more feminine because water is feminine, and fire is more uh, masculine. And I think that Daenerys has fulfilled, a lot of the masculine stuff, the fire and blood of the House Targaryen. But
I mean,
John is going to become more of that. What's up, Ray?
no, I was going to say about the whole John thing that I was saying earlier. I feel that John got like different levels of advice, and so did Danny. Now that you mentioned Danny, right? Like you look at Aemon. Aemon gave him like that kingly advice, that advice that a king would need, or someone in a mass, like he, because of course he was Lord Commander of the Night's Watch towards the end, but even from the very beginning, he made him see like and I feel that Daenerys kind of got that from Barristan.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And then you have like Jorah Mormont and Mance Rayder. They kind of gave him the same counsel that like a Jorah Mormont gave Danny and whatnot. I personally I'm very curious as to seeing if they kind of take the training wheels off of both of them, because I kind of want that.
Because here's what I think is going to happen in the end of the story, Ray. They're going to switch. I was talking about how water and ice was feminine, and fire was masculine. George has flipped that because Daenerys is fire and Jon has been ice for whatever, for basically the majority part of our story that we've had so far. Think about it. Jon's destiny has always been about fighting the White Walkers, right? Like
Yeah.
so far, that's what he's been all about. And Daenerys has all been about the Iron Throne. But if you think about it, Daenerys is actually a predator for the White Walkers. If you think about it, if we look at the food chain, the way a food chain is structured, humans are at the top, right? The way we work on our planet. I'm sure other places in the universe, on other planets, there's all sorts of fucked up aliens and fucking different hierarchies and shit. But we got dragons, man, right? But here's the thing: wouldn't Jon, because of what he's learned, and even though you know nothing, Jon Snow, he knows so much, man, because he went from bastard, he went from steward to Lord Commander to King in the North. What's the next step in that progression? It's got to be the King of Westeros, I'm assuming.
I mean, I would hope so.
I would hope so. And what's the next step for Daenerys then? She's went from beggar queen to to wife of Khal Drogo to basically praised as a member of Karth, the Karthine and what all that, and then to slave, then to Queen of Meereen. Now she's going to conquer Westeros. So they're kind of both at these points where it's like, okay, what's really their destiny? And I think it's going to actually flip. And Daenerys is going to realize that she was the one that's meant to fight the White Walkers, and Jon's still going to be part of that. But in the end, she's like, that's where her destiny ends. But Jon's destiny goes forward to what she was actually. You know what I'm saying? So I think that I think the training wheels are going to come off in season 7. In the beginning of the season, we'll start to see that, and towards the end of the season, we'll kind of see. You know what I mean? The switcheroo. Well, in season 8, we'll see the switcherooski. It'll be like, oh, and that'll be the shocking thing, right? It'll be like, oh,
But
Daenerys.
I mean, question: how much of a possibility do you think that Jon would die again? Do you think?
I don't think it's gonna happen. No, 0. Jon is gonna be alive at the end of the story. It's gonna be like a George Washington type thing, man, where he walks away, he puts down his sword, he's like, I'm fucking done.
We saw he almost did it this season.
Well, he told, with Dolorous Ed, he's like, I want to go something more warmer, right? And I think that he's gonna lay down his sword. And he's like, listen, I'm fucking done, okay? And Alistair Thorne said, you're gonna fight these wars forever. And Jon's gonna be like, no, I'm not. I'm done fighting this war. Look at Man and Children of the Forest. Look at what happened, man. That was the original war. We gotta stop fucking fighting, man.
I'm not gonna lie.
10,000 years of progress, we've done fuck all. Look at what humans have done 10,000 years. A lot.
I mean,
but then here's the thing. Let me finish my point real quick. I'm almost done. I think that people are going to ask for him to become king. He's going to do his duty. That's what's going to happen.
I mean, that's what I was going to say. I think that by the end of it, he will be pushed into it. Because that's basically his whole story arc. He doesn't want something, but he's pushed into things, or he's guided into the same thing with the Night's Watch. He had to leave because Cat didn't want him. The show didn't make it seem like that, but that's the truth. Cat kind of pushed him out of. Ned couldn't take him to King's Landing. Cat didn't want him at Winterfell, so he had to take the Black. So
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that happen in threes. Daenerys has lit 2 fires already. She's going to lit. The third one will be when John stabs her in the heart and for Lightbringer, I believe. But what about John walking away once, not twice, but 3 times, and the third time he realizes that he has to fucking do it. You know, that's what's so regal about John, man. He fucking he doesn't talk about it. He walks the walk, and that's why I think all these things happen in threes in the shows. It's like this circle, man. You know, I don't know if you guys have ever watched True Detective. Time is a flat circle. Things keep on repeating themselves in different versions. Like that's what the Song of Ice and Fire is in different sort of ways. I think that's what's going to happen, man. I think that's what has to happen for the story to reach that point of like, now I understand what George is trying to fucking tell us.
I mean, it's crazy. Like, sometimes you look at these characters and it seems like they're just being pushed into like this one thing that's going to happen, like this one event, this one culmination of everything. And I'm telling you, like, I get crazy. And just to think about it, what's today? Today's the 10th. We're getting it. When is season 7 coming out?
16th of July.
Oh God. So that's gonna be like almost in less than a month. Yo, that's crazy. And it's just like so much build up to this one thing. It's getting out of hand. It's crazy.
Man, we got fucking 55 people here, right? It's pretty lit.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, give some shout outs to some people.
We got Eli in the chat. Fuck Eli, hashtag. Todd Fowler, Norma Briggs, Shikiest Heart, Carrie Zen, one of the members of the Chicken Coop. You want to name some out here, Ray?
Let's see. Norma. Wait, I'm on my laptop. It's a way smaller screen, and I'm half blind. You said Cameo, Adam Richards, Phil H. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. The Amicabee.
Yeah.
She had a question. Do you think we're ever going to see Howland Reed?
Yeah.
I mean,
we're gonna see him in season 7, man. This is in a flashback. Tony Harrenhal.
Another flashback.
Mm-hmm. Tony Harrenhal's Tower of Joy, season 7. Stutley Constable, we see you. I see all of you guys. Don't worry, we'll try to get to all of you. Go ahead, Ray.
No, yeah, I think that we might see Howland Reed. I just don't know 100% if we're going to get what we all want from him. You know what I mean? Like, we know that Mira is gonna pass the wall. I don't know spoilers. You might be onto something, but
you know what I think's gonna happen? Remember the first 3 Star Wars movies? Yeah. When Yoda goes off and then Luke starts training with him and shit?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get like a situation like that with Howland. It's not gonna be Howland is like the Yoda, you know what I mean? He has all this information. So I don't think we're gonna get a ton of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think we might just get like a nice, like, Bob, look at Howland. Howland's here, and then he's just gonna retreat.
Yeah, man, but like, you know what I mean? What is he doing now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, whew,
all right,
that is spicy.
Nah, but it's crazy though. There's a couple of things that I really want to see and a couple of things that I don't want to see, and there's a couple of things that I want like as fan service. Do you think we're gonna get Clegane Bowl at this point?
No, I don't. Well, it's possible. If they do the whole dragon pit thing and Sandor sees him, it's possible. Oh man, you cracking that beer sounds good. I wish. I'm actually able to drink again. Hands up in the chat. Spam some chickens for that. I'm gonna be drinking some at Con of Thrones. I'll have some fun. I don't know about the Clegane Bowl, man. I actually released my Death of Sandor Clegane video yesterday.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I
talk about how I think Sandor is based on the mythological hero, Irish hero Cuchulainn. You know who that is, Rick?
No, but tell me.
Anyways, he's like this. He's kind of I don't want to say like Braveheart, but anyways, his death is an amazing story, but. He's called the Hound of Ulster, and it's like this saga called the Ulster Saga. It's based off these chronicles, and he's like Wolverine, like he goes in like this berserker rage and takes out all these people. But he's a pretty and his face gets disfigured when he goes into this
Oh,
berserker
that's
rage.
crazy.
But anyway, his death, he like ties himself to a standing stone called the clock of Farmore, and basically he doesn't want to be on, like, he's wounded and he's hurt really badly, but he doesn't want to fucking fight his enemies on all fours, so he ties himself to this standing stone and he takes it like fucking 20 dudes. Okay,
Damn.
but anyways, I think that the Sandor Clegane's story is gonna end like basically taking out like a bunch of whites. He's gonna use fire. It's gonna happen in Winterfell when all the Night King and them are coming, and he's gonna save Arya or Sansa from a White Walker. I said Arya because I think that he's gonna give her the chance to live. Like Arya didn't kill Sandor. So I think, you know, he got some chance to get some peace in his fucking life, even though he really didn't find peace. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I
And
mean that does sound like a dope ending though for him, but
yeah, I don't know, man. It's probably tinfoil.
I mean, but it makes me wonder though, how hard was that to make that video for you? I mean,
It was fucking super hard, man. Sandor,
like,
I love Sandor, man. Sandor's like the one true, like, he's so fucking honest, man. And you guys know I had like a catastrophic back injury, and I've been healing for 2 years. But I actually went to counseling for post traumatic stress, man. I lost 10 grand. I lost my apartment, a dog, a girlfriend. Uh, I wasn't very happy. So I understand, like, a traumatic event like that, how Sandor. Mine wasn't to the level of Sandor when I got disfigured or some shit like that, but it was still physical to the point where I couldn't do the shit I wanted. I was an all-star soccer player here in Ontario when I was younger, so it was like, you know what I mean? So I couldn't, like, work out and do the shit I wanted.
I mean,
But yeah, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Sandor's is so fucking true, man. Like, he's like not cookie cutter bullshit, dude. And that's what I love about him. Even though he's been affected by all these things, he still finds it like kindness, which is crazy, right?
you get what you see. Like, he shows you who he is, and he doesn't have like all this. That's one of the things that I want to see him see Littlefinger. Like, I think that that's going to be like him bumping into Littlefinger. I think that's going to be a fun moment, like in the North. Like, I honestly believe that that's going to be something crazy. Like in that video that I did a long time ago about Arya and Littlefinger, I think that I said like that I could definitely see a scenario where Littlefinger could be like, yo, like, you motherfucker, like, I know that, like, what is this dude doing here too? So like I want to see how. I just don't know if he dies. I think that he has to live. Sandor Clegane has to live because he's one of those broken things.
Yeah, man. You know, he's one of the cripples, backward bastards, and broken things. He's already been technically killed off, right? So it's like one of those. It's like, how many people are going to survive until the end, right? It's like me and you have had the discussion: cripples, bastards, and broken things. Brienne of Tar, Theon Greyjoy. Those people of the world are the ones. They have to live with this, with what they've dealt. Like that ending for all of these characters, they got this amazing story to tell, right? Like all these people that are entitled, like these Jamies of the world and Cerseis
Like
and stuff like that, man.
Like Jamie is one of those, because it's crazy. These characters start off as these one. They start off here and then they end up here, and they're so different. Like, for example, Jamie. Yeah, on the TV show he's very similar, but he's kind of on a redeeming arc in the books, and it kind of makes you wonder, like, up to how far is he willing to redeem himself, like, or to, you know, redo or rewrite his story. Like, to me, one of the craziest, and like, damn, like, that scene is crazy, was when they were looking at the Book of Brothers, and Jamie, Joffrey, and I think it was Sir Meryn Trent, wasn't it? They were looking at the Book of Brothers and whatnot, and like Joffrey, his son, is shitting on him. I'm like, yo, that's so fucked up. Like, yo, he's like, with one hand and all this. I'm like, yo, bro, Jamie has to come around full circle. Like, he has to, in my opinion. Like, do you have any character do you think is going to come full circle around? And
Well, yeah, man, Jamie might be one of them. I had a theory that Jamie might blow up King's Landing with wildfire. How crazy would it be if he had, if like,
that would
you know,
be
let's
that one. I haven't heard that one. How do like, that's crazy.
Okay, well, check this out. There might be a point where the White Walkers, like, we don't know if wildfire is going to be effective against the White Walkers or anything, but Bran in his vision saw an explosion at the Red Keep. We know that. He saw the future. Here's the thing. Because Jamie knows at some point, like, we know that Jamie's going to have to deal with Cersei. It's just going to be something that he has to deal with. It's Jamie specifically. I know people say Tyrion. I know people say Euron and Sandor could be the Valancourt, but Jamie specifically has to fucking deal with this problem, man, because of how much they've experienced together in their lives.
Yeah, he's part of the problem.
Yeah, yeah, he enables Cersei in some sort of way. I think that wouldn't it be crazy? I mean, let me give you a scenario first. We saw Arthur Dane get stabbed in the back of the neck by Howland Reed, and Arthur Dane could have clearly killed Ned if Howland wasn't there. Is everybody in agreement with that? Are you in
Of
agreement with that,
course,
Rich?
100%. Ned was dead.
Ned was dead. What about? I don't want to say that Ned would have killed Jamie in that scenario if the guy wouldn't have stabbed him in the back of the leg, but isn't that a parallel scenario? Didn't Ned have the upper hand on Jamie there? I
Yeah.
think he did. I think that's true, right? What if there's a scenario because Jamie killed the Mad King, right? If he has to, like, kind of history repeats itself, if he has to do the exact thing that he tried to prevent to do, because I mean, I know the scepter's already blown up, but what if, like, the fucking white? I mean, we saw the Red Keep in the House of the Undying vision. What if Jamie has to like sacrifice himself to blow up like a bunch of whites and get like let John escape or on a dragon or Daenerys or something like that of that level? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, the Night King is there and he tries to fucking kill him or some shit. Like those kinds of events, man. Like the Song of Ice and Fire. All of these parallels, these things that are happening. I think like these things coming full circle. That would be full circle for Jamie, right? Wouldn't it be kind of ironic that that happened? That he had to do that?
I mean, I for the most part have I did a video too on the future of House Lannister and whatnot, and I do believe that Jamie has to be the one to deal with Cersei. I know that it sounds sexy to say Euron is going to kill her. I know it sounds dope that Arya will kill Cersei, but like since August, I've been like, yo, Arya is heading north, cool, but Jamie has to kill Cersei 100% because he's part of the issue. Like they made it such a point to bring it like they've come into the world together. You know what I mean? They're twins. They're basically tied at the hip. They're so close. So I just think that they have to go together. They both have to die together. Jamie, I don't think lives. I don't think that Jamie lives, and I think that the only Lannister by the end of the story is going to be Tyrion.
Yeah, well, Tyrion is going to be the only one. I don't know though. There's some pretty interesting, compelling theories that Jamie could be. I don't know. Yeah, he's a doomed character. I don't think there's any way he makes it. It's very Romeo and Juliet esque,
Yeah.
and Macbethy type of stuff is going on. I don't know, man. Like I think that Jamie has to be the Valancourt. I know that people have hypothesized these other people to be the Valancourt. I mean, I did the Valancourt map theory. It's probably a stretch, but we got that scene in the trailer where Cersei's standing on the neck and Jamie is standing on the fingers. There might be a scenario where Cersei's setting up her troops to block people from coming home from the north in season 8. Like she's like, "Fuck this, man! Like I'm queen." She just becomes like this super terrible person. Then Jamie has to kill her because they need to flee from the White Walkers. Otherwise, the White Walkers army will become so large that they cannot deal with it at a certain point. You know, there's like a certain critical mass point where it's just like, okay, well, we're just done. I don't care how many dragons we have. The sheer mass of their army is just whatever. You know what I mean? And we know that Dragonfire can certainly deal with some stuff, but I think a couple of dragons are going to die.
I think that Drogon has to die. I always think that Drogon has to be the one to die.
I think all the dragons are going to die. All the White Walkers are going to die. All the Children of the Forest will be dead. All the Dire will be dead. Basically, all magic will be gone.
Yeah, but I don't think the dire wolves are like magic. I think that the Starks are the ones that would use the magic, but I don't think that the dire wolves necessarily have to die. All of them. Like I don't know. Is it just me, or I'm gonna ask you this? Do you have more pull towards the dragons or the dire wolves?
Oh, I mean, I think the dragons are amazing, but I like the dire wolves. Man,
the
I'm fucking
direwolves.
up. I mean, I'm up here in the lands of always winter in Canada, dude. I've actually seen real wolves, dude. Come on.
Oh shit, for real? But on the street or like?
Oh, not on the street, fuck, but
I
I've
was just saying,
seen,
like that's some crazy shit. If you do
I've seen like lynx and like
Yo, I love
real
lynx.
eagles
Yo,
and shit like that. Oh yeah, I live up in an area. I live right on Lake Superior. My family cottage. We see black bears and shit like that, man.
yeah,
Moose.
I can't fuck with that. Yo, can
Oh,
you
yeah.
imagine that shit? Like,
Oh, dude, I've ridden my motorbike on a trail, and I actually encountered a black bear and her son or daughter, and yeah, dude, they're fucking huge. Well, I scared them so much that with my motorbike that I wasn't in trouble, But encountering a female bear with her children is basically lethal. Like, you're fucked.
Yo,
They will
bro,
kill you.
I don't want those problems.
Neither
Yo,
do I,
bro.
man.
Oh
I
man.
fucking my bike nearly fell back on me, and I nearly crushed myself.
Yo, bro. A fucking bear. Yo. Oh my god.
And my Torment beard wouldn't even fucking save me, dude. I didn't even have my Torment beard back then.
You're like, I fuck a bear, and you're just like, ah.
Yeah,
Yo.
I couldn't even warm up to this bear. It wouldn't have happened.
I mean, yo, I honestly wish that the direwolves, not another direwolf dies. So that would be fucked up, in my opinion. But, you know, D&D have this whole thing against the wolves. I don't know what the hell it is. But, hopefully, you know, they'll kind of divert from that. They'll stop that. But it's interesting what you say about Cersei on the neck and with the whole map thing, because I've thought about that. How big of a bitch do you think Cersei is going to be with that? Do you think that she will legit try to stop people from coming down from the north?
Okay, I'm gonna ask people in the chat and you, Race. I know you know this, but Mad King Aerys. Does everybody remember what he did when he became super paranoid? He locked the gates of King's Landing. He locked himself in there, and Tywin and other people had to convince him. Well, Varys specifically was in his ear, but other people had to convince Aerys to open the fucking gates, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Cersei's definitely going to become the Mad Queen. Like, Jaime's going to see it, and he's going to be like, "Oh shit!" She's gonna and she's going to send him off, and he's going to have no choice to do whatever he. But by the time he comes back, I think that I actually in my behind the scenes video, I said that Cersei was going to burn Illyria Sand alive, and that she was going to force Tyene to get her like Rickard Stark was and Brandon did. I don't. It's total tinfoil. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I think she's going to burn Illyria Sand with wildfire.
Damn.
And I think that I mean, and by the time Jaime comes back with Bronn, because Bronn has some sympathy towards Tyene, right?
No,
and then,
like they better
and
not.
then that's why I think Bronn's gonna betray
They better
Cersei.
not burn my Tyene. My bad
Oh,
pussy.
man.
Like, what is it? Isn't that what she said?
She's
She
gonna
likes a
get
good
burned.
girl, but the bad pussy. They can't burn her. They can't.
Oh no, Tyene's not gonna get burned. She's gonna choke herself to death like Brandon did.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, I think that's.
You think they're gonna go the Mad King route with the Starks? Oh man.
But they're gonna do that scene with the fucking sand snakes. I think.
Yo, but if they do that, you best believe that the video I did on Bronn is gonna happen. You know he's gonna jump ship because you know he loves his.
Well, I think he's gonna jump ship regardless, man. After what they fucking encounter, because if they encounter dragons, Bronn's like, fuck that. I'm not dealing with fucking dragons. You know, he's like gonna be like legit the fucking dragon queen. I'm gonna go. He's gonna go.
He looked a bit annoyed in the last season too with the whole Lannister pay their debts thing.
And he still likes Tyrion. He knows he can fucking get a job with Tyrion and Daenerys, man. He'll be well compensated, dude. He'll be well fucking compensated with Daenerys. Are you kidding? She'll fucking give him a castle if he does something for her. Right?
Like,
She'll give him a real castle because she's got fucking dragons, man. She'll have conquered Westeros. She can be like, yeah, you can have Highgarden if you fucking want.
Like,
okay.
She has an in-man in there who's very skillful. Like, I don't know, man. It'll suck to see him betray Jaime, but a nice Tyrion Bronn reunion would be dope.
That wasn't your own. That was Bronn, David. I was fucking doing Bronn's voice or trying to. Fuck off. But yeah, man, I think there's all sorts of like you talked about how like history's. Well, we talked about how history's repeating itself. I think a lot of stuff is going to be. Yeah, man. I don't know.
I mean, that's why I think that George put such an emphasis on the World of Ice and Fire. You know what I mean? That's why I think he really wanted to finish it. And I don't know, man. Hopefully we get some dope. But I wanted to talk to you about something else because you know we are getting a little bit there that we probably might have to end soon. But I wanted to talk about this freaking scene of Old Nan talking with Bran in season 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that's gonna be huge. And to me, like, I think I know you did a video on it, didn't you, this week? I think.
Yeah, I did a video. I did a video on it. I went back and looked at some of the stuff in the books, and I looked at that specific conversation, and I actually hypothesized that Bran is the last hero based on what he's experienced. Because the last hero goes north in search of the children of the forest. Bran technically did that, and he met the three-eyed raven, but he loses his horse, his dog, and his companions. All that happens, right? And Hodor is his horse because he carries Bran around. his sword is his mind, so he partially loses that because he gets stuck in the fucking vision. Then we have Jojen dies, right, and Mira's still with him,
Yeah.
but he loses the three-eyed raven. He loses his dog. He loses his dog, Direwolf Summer, and I hypothesized that was really important because old Nan was talking about how basically he failed. The old hero, the last hero, kind of. We don't get the rest of the story, but basically the last hero failed. Right, broke his sword and everything. And then she talks about ice spiders and the White Walkers are coming. Right.
That's where I was. That's where I was
Yeah.
gonna get. I was like, to me, and I've been saying it like for a month, like a month and a half, that I'm pretty sure that we're getting freaking ice spiders. And in this fucking clip, right here, with John and them running, it just fits to me perfectly. Like
Ice spiders in season 7. Fuck me, dude. I'm in. What? Actually, no. I fucking hate spiders. Fuck off.
no, I mean, but just think about it for a second though. Like, why do they keep showing that one? Earlier today, they posted the conversation, the story, on Facebook. They posted it, and they also posted the video clip the other day. And I'm like, what the hell do they want us to take out of this? And I'm like, yo, it's ice spiders. I'm like, yo, bro, we getting those motherfuckers this season. Because I've always said that the battle between Dany and the White Walkers and humanity seems a bit odd. Like, how many White Walkers do you have? At most, maybe like 100 with Craster's kids. And
Yeah, we covered this in our Night King video on my channel when we did the Golden Company video. We said like most 96, like 96 or 97, and like at least 10 or 12.
yeah, because they've killed a couple. But I mean,
Because we saw the council, we saw the Night King touch the baby, and we see them in the background where they're at that like ice altar thing, right?
yeah. I mean, how many do they have though? Like, to me, it still seems like an unfair battle. All right, how many Valyrian steel swords do they have?
We got what? Well, we got the cat's paw blade, which we know will be in the season now. You spoke about it. I spoke about it. That's a Valyrian steel dagger. We have Longclaw. We have ice is broken into 2 swords. So that's Oathkeeper, and Widow's Will. We got Heartsbane. Is that 5 in total? That's it. I don't know, man. Iron Throne may have to be melted down. There might be some Valyrian still in there.
I mean, the way I just see it going down is, like, it still seems unfair. Because the whites are shit with Dany's dragons. When you look at it, they could just do a field of fire, burn through all of them, and it, like, if they go to, like, the neck, and they're just running through the neck, they could just burn and they're not passing. Like, you know what I mean? To me, there's a lot of practical ways of stopping the whites. But the White Walkers is where it gets tricky to me. You know what I mean? The actual White Walkers.
Well, what about this? Okay, I don't want to go too much into it because what if the Night's King gets one of Dany's dragons? What if he travels like past Winterfell and he starts raising the dead on the other side and starts to trap them from both sides?
Oh, that would be dope. That would be interesting.
That'd be fucked, right? So I don't know if the Night's King, like, if he does get a dragon, how is the wall gonna fall? The Night King get a dragon? Is he gonna fucking, like, is that gonna happen? So like, how far would the Night King travel? We don't know how effective he is at raising the dead because beyond the wall, because he hasn't reached that point yet. But can he raise? Like, how many people can he raise, man? Because there's a lot. They better burn all those bodies at the Battle of the Bastards.
We've basically seen though that it doesn't matter how long the body has been there. If it's dead, he could revive it, because those bodies outside the cave of the three-eyed of Bloodraven and the Children of the Forest might have been. We don't know how long those shits have been there. So it is an interesting point that you say, you know, that he could probably revive it once the wall down. He could probably just start killing everybody left and right. You know what I mean? But it's also another interesting thing is that he doesn't know what Westeros is, or does he? Does he know the land? He doesn't know the land, or how it is now.
I have to call this out. Ash, the first 4 episodes are not online. That's fucking fake news. Stop with that shit. Sorry, go ahead.
She put fake news smiley face. No, but yeah, of course not. Yo, if that was to leak, yo, that would.
Oh, she said fake news. Fuck right off.
Yeah.
I know she's trolling me. What the fuck?
Yo, people are like, Ash, really? Ash, seriously?
People
yo,
fell for that shit. What the fuck,
yo,
guys?
Ash just trolled everybody. No,
Uh,
that
yeah, that was epic as shit.
yo, everybody's like, oh, for real? Oh, for real? No, but like we were talking about the Night King. He does like I don't know. I really want to see how his approach is to conquering everything. I don't think that they get past the Trident, but I don't know. It would be interesting to see how far they get down and how he approaches it.
Danny's dream in the book, she's fighting. I mean, she's like dressed as Rhaegar, right? And she's on the
She
Trident.
thinks that she's Rhaegar.
Yeah.
Basically, that's how she thinks the battle should have been, and she's
Hmm.
fighting the usurper, covered in ice, with all his whatever soldiers covered in ice. To me, that's the White Walkers. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's the making. Yeah.
But and he is basically a usurper, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. There's so much stuff. Like Dan and Dave were saying that each episode this season is like a season packed into one episode. Like the amount of content, like actual meat. Like there's like literally so much stuff going on that like so much stuff that matters that's going on. It
Yeah.
makes it feel like it's that impactful. So ice spiders, fuck yeah,
I
that'd
mean,
be
Ice
great.
Spiders, we have to get that. I honestly, I am legit willing to bet that we get Ice Spiders. Like, that's how confident I am that we're going to get them. Because Loboda, I think that's his name, Loboda, the wildling, he mentioned it. Onan has a great track record. And then they keep pushing this Onan clip on us. It's just definitely going to come up.
I think that Tom and Giants Bane. I'm trying to do another impression here. Ice spiders that is as big as hound. I can't do it. I was gonna try to do it. Ice. No, I can't fucking do it.
Ice Spiders as big as hounds.
Ice spot. Ice spiders as big as hounds. Ah, Tom and Giants. I can't. Tom. I can't fucking do it. I can usually do them a lot better. Sorry, guys.
No, but
Happy. I can't do it today.
I mean, I, I'm horrible with impressions, so I'm not even going to try.
Happy shitting.
Winter is coming. Winter.
But what else? Okay. So let's get to the end of the video here, then, Race. I mean, the last two episodes are long. What are we gonna get in those episodes, man? Because that's a lot of episodes.
In you said that you didn't see. Like I saw it like twice. I think it was the locations trailer. I don't have any of the video on it, which sucks.
No, I don't.
But in that trailer, we do see that it does seem that John and them are beyond the wall. We know that they said that in the trailer because it was in Spanish, but you know Iceland is kind of like, but we haven't seen snow and like this type of place in the show, and this is where I basically think that they're filming that scene where John and them are like running, because it looks insane. It looks like it's the land of always winter. If that is the case, we have to get that like episode 6, which would be like episode 9 in a regular season. It would be like, you know, the second to last episode. I think that we're going to get something very far beyond the wall when we see that this group of people are going. And I do think that we're going to see maybe like a big group of people getting together. Like you said, like the dragon pit or something like that. But what I think we're going to get is
something's really interesting.
Ah.
Sorry, Ray. There's something really interesting. Somebody said really interesting in the chat. Are we going to get a dedicated episode to one region this season?
I think so. I
think so?
I think that Danny and Cersei are going to go so much head to head. Like, I think it might actually be like episode 4 or something, because it's going to be such. But the thing is, when you have episode, like you said earlier, you think there's going to be a lot of politicking. I think that it's going to be a lot of politicking with a lot of characters in the same place. So I think it might stick to just one region and like all these characters all together, because when you
So the dragon pit will be like one episode. It will be like one side and then the other side, like they're discussing their plans and then they meet. Oh, okay.
I think that it's going to be Danny sent off, you know, like her troops or whatever, and I think it's going to be more towards Dragonstone. Like, just me off the top of my head, that's how I think. Because if John goes there, Melisandre's there, Davos is going to be there, all of the dragon crew is going to be there.
Yeah.
Like, possibly if it is how everybody thinks, you know, Gendry because he was spotted. That's not a secret. You know what I mean? I know that.
Mhm.
So all these characters are gonna be there. You have to give some type of chemistry between all these characters. I think you can't spread that out. So I think that maybe like episode 4, since it's the shortest, might be like all in one region, maybe, or like one set or two groups of people, maybe, or something like Cersei, Danny.
Like one episode might be entirely the North. I don't know how they're going to do this season because like everything's converging, right? We got less point of views to worry about. Like I don't think we're going to go back to Marine or anything like that. Bravos, if there's anything from Bravos, we might get a little bit of the Iron Bank in Westeros. You know what I mean? Like like I think we're like King's Landing, the North, Dragonstone, and maybe the Citadel will kind of be like those three areas. Well, north of the wall counts as the North, but yeah. So I think those will be kind of the areas that we're going to stick to now, and then it will be North King's Landing for the final season. That's it. Because I think Cersei will like lock herself there, and then North will get fucking pummeled after the wall falls. We may have a scenario in season 8 where we have like a flash forward, like to how things are ending, and like systematically we get to that point. That might be interesting.
I mean, I personally think that out of all of them, I think that we might get that because since we got it one from John in the North, right? We got that. We actually got that with John in Watchers on the Wall. I think it was the episode. We got one complete full episode, and it was the battle for at the wall. I think that we might get something now with Daenerys and Cersei since they're gonna be like clashing, and we see that they're going to have like really big battles this season.
Yeah.
I think that we might actually get something with that because Dany knows for a fact that she's going to have to bat. Like Tyrion knows it, Daenerys knows it. There is no way that Cersei is going to, like turn over. Like, oh yeah, do whatever you want with me. You know what I mean? So Cersei is going to be the biggest situation that I think that Dany might face. So I think they might have to dedicate some time to that. Like, you know what I mean? Like the fall of Cersei or what Cersei believes is her power. I think she's going to lose it. So that's what I think might end up happening. You know what I mean? I think that's why I think that they might focus on them too instead of like the North. But I think it could go any way, to be honest, though, because this season is just so freaking stacked.
Yeah, man. We talked about this, and I think this season is going to be the best season of television ever.
I do agree with that.
I think this is going to be absolutely bonkers, and then season 8 is just going to be
Hey,
absolutely
that's my
ridiculous.
word right there, bonkers.
See, you know what, Gemma? I'm using mate now. I'm like using a bunch of words that Gemma says, like for fucking UK and Johnny. Like I got Gemma and Johnny influencing me, and then I got you from fucking New York.
New York. No, I don't talk like that.
I know.
I don't got that Jersey.
My accents suck today. What's wrong with me? I'm usually good at that.
No, but I was gonna say it's crazy. We got like 65, I think it says here on the chat in the group. But I know it's getting a little bit later, so I was gonna say you want to take some questions or something, and then we could.
Yeah, I'm down for another like 15 minutes. We can do that.
So let's take some questions, guys. You could send them in, and let's close out strong.
Let's close out strong.
Yeah, man. But I'm telling you, man, old Nan, what could have been and never was. I mean, old Nan had so much knowledge. Could you
Who thinks that old Nan is Rohan Webster? No, Rohan Web. Why did I say Weber? Fuck me. Rohan Weber. Titus Lannister's mother.
I don't know who the hell that is.
It's in the Duncan Egg series. I think that's just who she is. Okay, so we're gonna take some questions from the chat. Oh, we got one, Ray. You want to take this one?
Sure. Just throw them out.
Will Nymeria be a lone wolf or packed up? We're gonna see her in season 7, probably.
Totally
right?
packed up. I mean, we've seen what happens to these wolves, these dire wolves, when they're just by themselves. They tend to bite themselves.
Oh my god, we got the fucking George Martin parody account in the chat again. And people are fucking yelling at him.
Quit spoiling my books. I mean, if you would finish them quicker, George, we wouldn't have to spoil them.
Oh man, fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but most definitely packed up. I mean, we've seen what happens to the lone wolf with the previous dire wolf, so most definitely I think that they're going to be in a pack.
Yeah, I think that I'm in agreement, man. I don't know, man. I just hope they just don't skimp on Nymeria.
Yo, if they kill Nymeria, there will be
Fuck me, that would suck.
there'll be an angry video the next day. Directed at.
I already am a wildling, guys. I live in the fucking lands of always winter already. Fuck.
I mean, I look like a freaking wildling with this beard too. I probably might do something like that. I was thinking about maybe being a wildling for Halloween or something. But I don't know, depending on how the weather is around this year's Halloween. I wanted to do Robert Baratheon for some reason, because, you know, the whole whoring and drinking thing. Yeah, you know, I thought I might go that route.
We have another question, right? Why are the Targaryens my house so attractive, even though incest is practiced?
Why are they what?
So attractive. Why like beautiful silver hair and their facial features are like very prominent.
I am surprised though that there aren't more botched Targaryens though. To be honest, like you know, like 3 eyes and 6 toes and whatnot. But I mean, they're keeping it. I don't know. I guess how they like to call it pure, so they have the same features. It's like with dogs. You know what I mean? Like these dogs that are like a certain breed of dog. A lot of them tend to be sickly. You know what I mean? Because they keep interbreeding them. So I guess the same would apply to the Targaryens. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know, man. It's like I don't want to get too much into I mean, sit down with Kyle for science. You know, like
chromosome here, chromosome there.
Chromosome here, chromosome there. Yeah, I don't really. I don't know, man. It's George's way of just having his the Targaryens are the Romans.
I mean, they're
the
exotic.
Roman women were apparently beautiful. Yeah,
they're in Westeros compared to other people. They're like very exotic or different, so that's why they stand out. That's the way I see it. It's because it's not because they're like special. It's just that they're so different and rare, those features, that now that's something that everybody likes. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. It's kind of a weird question, but thank you for that.
He's like, it's kind of a weird question.
Sluice Friggins, who has a Yoda symbol for their picture. Will Gendry be legitimized and become the Lord of Storm's End?
I hope that he is. You know what I mean? I really do. I hope that because he's one of those bastards, cripples, and broken things. You know what I mean? He was given a bad hand. He was almost killed by Joffrey. And yeah, man, I just don't know how it would fare. Like, I don't see him being legitimized if Dany is the one on top. You know what I mean?
Here's what's interesting. Davos and them are going to interact with him this season, probably. He's going to be found at Flea Bottom and King's Landing or something. Or he's going to be at the Citadel fucking making swords, or Sam will interact with him. He's rumored to be in the season, so...
He does why have bring a practical use, though. If he were
to be he's a fucking blacksmith. How many blacksmiths do we have in the story?
Not only that, there is a purpose for him being legitimized. You know what I mean? Like, if he were to be legitimized, he could maybe rally the people of Storm's End, and you know, I think there's a purpose that he could be. I just don't know if Dany would be the one to legitimize him. It would maybe have to be like Jon or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Daenerys is going to be pulling the strings, man. I think Jon won't bend the knee at first, but he will, because he knows what's up for the greater good. He's like, I need your fucking dragons. So I don't know what's going to go on with Gendry, but I am excited that he's in the season. I mean, I think it'll be a similar impact to when the Hound came back. He's kind of that kind of character because he had that interaction with Arya. I don't have much more to add.
You think they'll open an episode just like that? Like, because they did that last season, not to spoil that, you know, the Hound.
Soft open, yeah, that was a very unique soft open, right? Or a hard open, sorry.
Do you think that they'll do that again?
I'm not sure, man. That was pretty unique. They might. Maybe we'll see him in King's Landing or something like that. I think we're more likely to see Daenerys on Dragonstone like that.
No, but I'm not saying like for the opening of the season. I'm saying as in the opening of an episode. Like we just open to Gendry.
Yeah, I'm not sure, man. It's possible that we get it. The Gray Area has a great video on. She actually just released a video on Gendry today. If you guys want to go check that out. But I'm on your end, man. I don't know. I really don't have a specific, solid thing on it. I'm just glad he's back. And George confirmed that he would be. And George is in the chat. George confirmed that he would be back in the books and meet Arya again. So we're gonna try to get to some more questions. Why didn't Jon pick up the ice sword after he killed the White Walker at Hardhome?
Cause he was fucking gonna get killed. That's why. Yo, he was like, "Oh shit, I'm so lucky."
Peace.
Like, I'm out. Peace. What the? That's not even. Is that a question, bro? I would have dipped too. I mean, it would have been interesting though if he would have taken it, so they could have like tested. But yo, bro, you think you're thinking about a sword? That dude almost killed this. Yo, what do you think? That is a different question though. I haven't heard that question ever, but.
Sheesh, yeah, man. I don't really have much to say other than John's gonna get the fuck out of Hardhome because they're getting slaughtered.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. Like, oh my god, just me thinking about it. You remember when you saw Hard Home for the first time?
Best episode I've seen.
Yo, I was like, oh my god. My cousin was like, yo, you got to see it. And I was like, bro, I'll see it when I see it. And then I was like,
that's probably my overall favorite episode.
Hard Home. I mean,
yeah.
I knew something was coming, but when I saw it, I was like, "Oh my god!" And then I saw it twice.
Last year, Winds of Winter and Battle of the Bastards are pretty good, though. Yeah. I mean, I like every episode. Fuck, who am I kidding? I'm a fucking heathen, man. I like all the episodes, even the bad pussy one. Who does Danny hook up with, John or Jorah? I'm definitely not Jorah. John, 100%. I'm doing a video called it's called the Hires Gamos, and it's intercontextual analysis based on basically it's called the sacred marriage. If you guys want to go look it up, I'll type you the actual word in the chat and you'll understand. But John,
I don't even know what the hell you said, bro. Yeah, you gotta have to write it out because not even I. Yeah,
Professor Kyle. I think that she hooks up with John. That's it.
If you put another R in it, it says the Metal Gamos. Metal Gamos. Yeah. What is that, like Latin or something?
It's comes from Greek and before that other languages. It means sacred marriage. But does Danny hook up with Jorah? I don't think she hooks up with Jorah, man.
Yo, he's like super friend zoned. He's
super friend zoned.
He's not getting out of that. That's like the sunken place.
Yeah, John for me. I don't have any. I think we should probably, because there's a few questions, we should probably do speed mode and at least get to all of them.
Let's do that.
Could ice spiders climb the wall? Idea stolen from Cameo Sluice Friggins? Yeah, I think so. That'd be cool.
That would be dope. A fractured wall that it only has or like a lowered wall. Let's say it doesn't come down completely, and you just see these freaking spiders. That would be dope. Awesome.
Can the Stutzley Constable? Can the Night King raise giants? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, if they're dead, I think so.
Well, Bran can ward the living, and the Night King can ward the dead. I think that they have that specific difference for a reason. I think we'll figure out more about that. I think we're going to figure out why the Night King can do that. We got more. You guys got more questions? Okay. Will we see the scythe used again at the wall? Phil says the thing that Dolores Ed released and cut down like all the wildlings and fractured part of the wall to make ice fall while they were climbing the wall when Mance Rayder was.
I mean, I think we could see it, but we won't see it if the wall comes down. Like, if there's no wall to throw it off of, I don't think that we might. But I mean, I don't think we'll see that again. I think it'll just come down.
I think they probably burned the rest of the fucking giants, though. I don't think they would. I think they would probably. I mean, Tormund was implicit in the specification to John that he wanted Ygritte's body burned and that she deserved that. I think that they will. I mean, they're going to burn the body, so I don't think. Maybe they're. I don't know though. I mean, part of that trailer when the trailer first came out, I thought that was a giant scythe.
I think it's a giant. I do think it because that nose is like. I know
it's different. The brow is very like Neanderthal. It's very like.
I think it's a giant. I still think it's a giant.
Fuck, that'd be dope. My God, one was like fucking like ripping people in half and shit. Imagine an undead one. How do you fucking kill that? You need a lot of fire.
Yeah, a lot. Or a dragon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dragon can get rid of a giant. Oh, this is a good question. We heard Sir Barristan tell the story to Danny about how Rhaegar loved to sing. Will we see Rhaegar and will he sing for us? So will we get to see a flashback of Rhaegar and will we see him sing?
I think that you can't show Rhaegar without him singing, though. Like, if you show, like, let's say, for example, the tourney at Harrenhal, you would have to show, because in the video of lore, the history and lore, when Mira's talking about the tourney, they mentioned that Liana cried, I think, and so it is
Now,
canon to the show. Like, you know what I
in,
mean?
in the books, he played a song so beautiful, Leanna wept,
So
like
I think that
with,
most
with his heart.
definitely.
I think we're seeing Rhaegar in season 7, guys, because we got Leanna last season, and I think that they're gonna wanna. They've spoken about Rhaegar
We
more and
even got the
more.
Mad King last season.
Yeah. I think that we're gonna see it. Yeah. That's an awesome question, by the way. Thanks for that. Well, we see Rhaegar. We just answered that. We'll take a few more, Ray.
I mean, I'm down. I'm down for.
Eli's got a good one. Anyone worried that the battles won't be the same without Miguel Sapochnik directing? The guy who directed,
Sapochnik, whatever.
yeah, Miguel Sapochnik. He's directed episodes of Breaking Bad, True Detective, and Game of Thrones specifically. Watchers on the Wall was one of them.
I
Hard
am
Home.
I am a bit worried because I think it's Jeremy Podeswa, I think is his name. He directed, I think, the first 2 episodes last season. I don't know how good those episodes really were. So for him to be in charge of, and he was talking a lot last season about how like the women on the show were going to say like, so like he seems like he's in good favors with D&D, but I remember they like turned him down as soon as he said that. They were like, no, because you remember when the whole issue of, I think it was season 5 when they said that the way they were representing women on the show, there was a lot of backlash over that. And I remember Jeremy Podeswa said something like along the lines that that the producers had heard everything, all the criticism, and they kind of addressed it. And then I remember that the producers last season said that that wasn't true. Like they did what they were gonna do. Like they weren't influenced by it. So
isn't Alan Taylor, who directed Baylor, directing the last episode of the season?
I don't know
I,
exactly.
th- I think it's Alan Taylor who directed Fire and Blood from season 1 and Baylor when Ned got
It is.
his head.
I thought it was Jeremy, but I know that I think some episode, like I heard it was like a big
No,
one that he was going to.
I'm pretty sure it's Alan Taylor, if I'm
All
not
right. So
mistaken.
thank God then, because I wasn't that big of a fan of the ones that Jeremy Podeswa did. So that was kind of freaking me out a bit.
But it's rumored that he's going to come back for season 8, guys, and that they want him to direct the last episode of the series.
I mean, he did win an Emmy for Battle of the Bastards, didn't he?
Oh my God, he's fucking brilliant. He did True Detectives season 2. A lot of people weren't high on True Detectives season 2. He did the last episode for that, and that was fucking fantastic. There's a scene where Colin Farrell's getting run down by people. Oh my God, man, that was fucking beautiful. And he's had episodes of Breaking Bad as well. And if everybody's watched Breaking Bad, that was the best cinematography on the show after The Sopranos, and it's my all-time favorite TV show other than Game of Thrones.
I mean, I've never seen Breaking Bad.
Oh my fucking God. Ray, are you is that fake news answered? Because that show's phenomenal.
That is legit news, real news, verified.
Fuck my God, my dick went back inside me like a turtle when I heard that.
Yeah, I never. I mean, it's one of those shows that like I know it's good because everybody keeps telling me like you have to see it, I have to see it, but it's just like the topic matter that I think it is kind of doesn't intrigue me as much, so that's why I haven't like.
Oh my God, dude! I will fucking personally buy you the 6 seasons so you watch them. That's how good they are.
Isn't it like on Netflix?
I'm not sure. Yeah, it might still be on Netflix. Netflix America is definitely different than Netflix Canada.
Yeah, it's different in Dominican Republic too. It's way
fucking.
I think it's
triggered
better in
me,
Dominican
dude.
Republic
though. We got another one, Ray. When will we see the next trailer dropped? I don't know. Like we've been getting so many tidbits. I don't.
You see, I'm not the only one in the chat that hasn't seen it. And a few people said shame on me. So
yeah,
just take my little bell. Shame. All right.
Azora Heisenberg. Oh, that's hilarious. I love that, Kimmy. Sego Poetic has a question for us, Ray. When might the next trailer be dropped?
I think that we will get another trailer like 3 weeks before before the season.
Maybe even 2 weeks, like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty accurate. I remember I was talking with Amelia and Eva, and they were. I was talking with them, and I was like, "Yo, I think that we might get one really soon." I said possibly even this week, and then it dropped, and that was pretty cool. But I didn't do it. I didn't say it on video, so you know.
Rosa, who's always in the live chats, she was like, I think like because there's consecutive days of them releasing like new photos and stuff. She's like, it's coming today, and I was doing a video and I like pushed my fucking videos back because all the people on my channel would like want me to cover this news that comes out. Right? It's like it's so hard to keep up with your theory videos, and then all this news comes out and you want to cover it because you want to make everyone aware of what's out there.
Yeah.
It's fucking so hard, man.
I mean, it is hard. I mean, I like me between working this. I'm like, oh snap! Can I fit in a quick video just to get it out there so that everyone can see and hear this news? Because I just love commenting and talking in the comment section. Like,
Breaking Bad is on Netflix, by the way. Ion Tron confirms that it's on the USA version of Netflix. First 5 seasons.
The first. So if I like the first season, I guess I'll just.
First, you got to watch the second season too, because the first season is really slow, man.
It's really slow. Like I was gonna see. Yeah, shame on me. I was gonna see Sands of Anarchy, and my cousin spoiled it for me.
Oh, dude, one of my friends fucking spoiled the ending, and I was ready to binge the final season, and I had watched all the other seasons. And I was so fucking pissed. I haven't even watched the final season yet because I've been so salty about what I heard.
I mean, I know how it ends. I saw like the first like 8 episodes, and then I was just didn't.
Yeah, man. Norma Briggs says 7 main characters will survive like the 7. Yeah, that's possible. What? Samuel Tarly, Sansa, Jon Snow. I think Tormund survives. I think someone's got to represent the wildlings. Daenerys is going to die. Cersei's going to die. Jaime's going to die. So Davos, Jon Snow, Sansa. 7 main characters will survive. That's it. That's crazy.
No, but you mean in season 7? Or...
No, this in general. Norma's saying in general.
Okay.
Who's your favorite Maester, Ray? It's got to be Aemon, right?
Yeah, Aemon. I mean, if you want to keep it, yeah, Aemon.
Tormund marries Alice Karstark. She's awfully fucking young, man. Mr. Skellen John. I don't know if that's gonna happen. The actress who plays Alice Karstark. I don't know. You know what's yeah.
You want to say some Maester shit, weren't you? You want to say some spoiler shit.
Maester, yeah, I was gonna say something. I had to hold it back.
You can't. You just can't help it, can you?
Ion Tron, you're fucking fake news. Pycelle, Maester #1, fuck right off.
No, I'm not gonna lie though. One of the biggest joys that I've ever had was Bronn and Tyrion fucking with Pycelle. Yo, that was hilarious.
Yeah. Canadians invested in progressive rock with Rush. Yeah, Russia's. Oh, okay. Here's a good one. Todd Fowler, this is for us dudes, Ray. Who is the sexiest chick on the show?
Oh.
Mine's Sansa. I say Miss Sunday.
I mean, with me, I go in between these 3, right? It depends on the day.
3. Okay, here we go.
It depends on the day and how the day has been going. But Missandei, God, Missandei. Melisandre, I don't know. There's something about Carice Van Houten is just a beautiful person. And Sophie Turner, Sansa. Missandei, Melisandre, and Sansa.
Who's naturally the most beautiful is probably Sophie Turner. Like her feature, like she's like beautiful and she's tall and she's a supermodel. But Missandei to me is just like the hottest. Like I would have babies with her.
Yeah, Missandei is the hottest. The most beautiful, I think, is Melisandre, Carice Van Houten. I just think there's just something about her that's like, it's piercing. It's so piercing. And then,
her voice too. She's from the Netherlands. She's the language she speaks. I don't know if you guys have ever heard someone speak that language, but it's beautiful. It's like it's so unique.
And Sophie Turner is like you said. She's like a freaking model. Like you know what I mean?
We got a donation, Ray.
Oh, thank you so much. To
Game of
Marie.
Theories with Marie.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Marie. Thank you so much. That helps hell a lot. I have some things that I wanted to, push on the channel. Thank you so much. Everybody, show Marie some love in the chat. Thank you so much, Marie. That's crazy.
You
Um,
got Patreon, Ray? You got Patreon set up yet?
I still haven't set it up, but
Shame.
yeah, shame on me. I mean, I have some things that I want to do, and I have to set it up. But because I know, it's crazy. I have people telling me to set it up, but I just like haven't gotten around to it. And I personally want to buy like this mic for my chat. Like this is a mic, a Rode mic for
This
the camera.
is it.
I
This
mean,
one.
I want to buy one of those too, a Blue Yeti. But I mean, for my other camera, for my Canon camera, I wanted to buy one because it has a noise canceling feature specifically, and that way when I record on green screen, it's way much better. And the audio, because like the only thing that my channel has been missing has been audio, like the audio backing that I think that I really need to step up. So thank you so much, Murray, for that. That's so it helps so much. Thank you. And thank you for everyone who donates to the channel. It helps so much. You guys don't even know.
Anita posted something in that language, I believe. Forsto du have jegsa feel erdu
What? Oh
skandinavisk
God, butcher.
erdu erdu skandinavisk eller tok du deg tid deal over set meg. Okay, I don't know what the fuck I was saying. It was probably bad though. Oh, then people were talking about the dudes Drogo was smoking. Yeah, Drogo. Someone said Gendry. Clarissa said Gendry.
What the hell does that even mean though? Like, do you?
It probably says Kyle's fucktard.
I mean, I was called an idiot like a few months ago at my job. Somebody in Russian, they were like something 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 idiot, and I was like, hey, I know what that is. Like I know what idiot is. Like I picked up idiot, so you know, you can't win them all.
The girls are saying Cal Drogo, Jason Momoa.
For the hottest dude. I mean, I could look at a dude and I could be like, yo, this dude looks good. He's a handsome dude. I think Kit Harington maybe. From what I've seen and heard women talk, Kit Harington is pretty up there. And Dario Naharos, the last actor who played Dario.
Michael Huseman, yeah, he's actually he's modeled quite a bit.
Yeah, like those two dudes are pretty good looking dudes. You know what I mean? I know that Jason Momoa drives women crazy, so I know that.
Well, he's like 6'4", so he's like a fucking alpha male. He's jacked as fuck. He's incredibly laid back and confident. He's a good looking guy. He surfs and does fucking music and shit. Why wouldn't people think he's attractive? Even I think he's fucking attractive, guys.
What'd you call it?
Khal Drogo is so hot. I actually want to see Aquaman. That's hilarious.
I mean, Aquaman might actually be dope. Like I've heard good things from Wonder Woman. I haven't seen it yet. Have you?
Yeah, I went, man, 9.5 out of 10. It's rare that I give out that for a movie. That's how good it was.
Damn, you're making me want to see it tomorrow.
Dude, you should go fucking see it. No, it's too late tonight because it's 10 o'clock where you are. But you should go fucking see it tomorrow 100%.
I mean,
I'd go see it again. That's how good it was.
Damn. I mean,
there's a couple movies that I went and saw again. I went and saw Interstellar again because I wanted to understand some of the things that were going on. But yeah, I mean, you should go see it.
I mean, I still want to see Power Rangers. I haven't seen Power Rangers. I'm upset that I haven't seen Power Rangers. Have you seen Power Rangers? No, I want to see Split. I haven't seen Split. I heard that one was really good. There's a couple.
I haven't seen it. Is that one on a DVD yet? I haven't seen that one. That's one with James McAvoy, right?
Yeah, I think it is on DVD already. But
I heard there's an amazing ending in that one. Nobody
why I wanna
spoiled it or I'll
see it.
fucking kill them. Yeah.
he's like,
You know what? I'm gonna rent that shit tonight. I'm gonna rent Split tonight. I'm home alone. I probably shouldn't watch it home alone, but whatever. I'm a grown man. I think. I'm a child.
I want to see Split. I would imagine I know because I know already like where it's going with the whole Split thing. But I want to see it just so I can see whatever they do next. But there's a couple. I saw Get Out a couple of weeks ago.
Oh man, is that one good? I haven't seen that one. I heard it was excellent.
Get Out. You're just like, what the fuck? Like, oh my god, I can't believe this. Like, what the hell is happening?
And by the way, if everybody should go fucking sub to Ray's channel right now. I know I've sworn a lot tonight, but guys, Ray's needs way more subs than he than he has. He's going to be appearing on the Golden Company after show during the season. So you guys better get on the bandwagon now, or I'm going to have to eat every fucking chicken.
I mean, I think you guys should listen to Kyle if you're new on the channel. Listen to Kyle. Kyle is very wise when it comes to this. So
I'm stroking my beard. It makes me fucking seem smarter.
you see, somebody subbed right now. Clarissa Thompson, thanks for subbing. You see what I mean? You know, we have the little thing that gives them the shout out when they sub. So thanks to Clarissa Thompson for subbing right now.
How do you get to do that? I can't see that on my channel. Actually, you know what? I probably better not do that because I would drive me nuts. I'll just
Sluis, no, Sluis Friggins. Wait, I wasn't able to see it. It came off kind of fast. Thanks for subbing. Oh my god, now everybody's subbing. Now it's just like,
oh shit, we got Amelia in the chat, dude.
Adam Richards, Amelia, where have you been? Amelia was is my wing person. You know what I mean? She's my wingman, wing woman, however you would like to call it. Damn, not everybody yo, everybody's clicking that sub. Thanks for everyone who's subbing right now. Amelia,
I'm gonna put your link in the chat, Ray, so everyone can just get it from the chat if they haven't. There. Oh, I can't post the addresses. The mods have to do it. Can you guys post Ray's address in the fucking chat?
What you call it? Aren't you a moderator or am I?
No, I'm not.
Wait, so write something. Let me fix that. It's funny. Not even Amelia is. That's odd. I kind of am stingy with the freaking moderators. All right, let me.
Oh shit, Gray Area is back. Sweet.
All right.
Hey, she's probably listening the whole time. Amelia, what's up? Amelia's like one of the prettiest people, or the prettiest gals I know. She's such a lovely lady.
No,
I won't say lady, but she's awesome.
No, Amelia is freaking awesome. Like Amelia is a great friend of mine. Like it's crazy though. Like that's one of the cool things I love about YouTube. Like look, through YouTube I got to meet you. I got to meet Amelia. I've had so many friends like, you know, Don Willie, Tony Teflon. I've gotten to meet a bunch of people, you know what I mean, that I once watched. And like I said, look, a year after we met, we're still doing videos and collaborating and stuff. So again, thanks for hopping on the channel. You know what I mean? It's awesome.
Oh, well, the thing is, man, is like, you know, I tell this to people, like I'm signed to Huffington Post, but I'm getting out of the contract date. You know, I thought that they would help my channel, and they wanted me to do like Walking Dead content, and no offense to that community or whatever, but like I did some videos for The Walking Dead, and I just didn't get the same reception that I did for Game of Thrones, and not that I couldn't have intelligent conversations with those people. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is that the Game of Thrones community is just like the conversation. Like I've made lifelong friends in this community, just people that I talk not even just Game of Thrones about, but actual real life and just amazing stuff about. You know what I mean?
It's true. It's crazy. Like I have legit talked with Amelia more than I talk with some family members. Like Marie Hill, I have chatted more with Marie Hill than some family members and even friends that I have. So you know what I mean? It's great to, like, this community is so awesome, and I honestly feel blessed to, you know, have gotten to meet and met so many people. I'm even forgetting how to speak. You know what I mean? Like, telling you.
You know what we should do, man. And you know what I do sometimes in my live chat is, where is everyone from? Because like one time we had like someone from Japan, Africa, Portugal. Like, where's everyone from? Because I know Anita's from somewhere else. I'm from Canada. I know there's some people from the UK that are up in here. We got Marie, obviously. She's from Australia. Well, where is everyone from in the world? Because Nelson, BC, okay, Australia, Kentucky, California. Peach is from New York, Race, up where you're at. Peach.
Hey, shout out to another New Yorker. I know Big E is from New York.
Oh, Anna. Anna's from Brazil. Yeah, Anna's one of my subscribers. That's awesome.
I mean, I love Brazil because it's Portuguese and it's kind of similar to Spanish. You know what I mean?
I believe that Brazilian women are actually the most beautiful women in the world. I think.
I mean, I love all women all over the world. All of you, you know, Ray loves you. Ray.
Gray says she's from Valyria.
She got them purple eyes.
Toronto. Oh, cool. We got another Canadian up in here. All right, then it's from Toronto. David Adams is from. Oh, Sam Flanagan's from Tennessee. Sam, are you going to Con of Thrones? Is anybody going to Con of Thrones? Fucking hit me up on Twitter.
Anita's from Norway. Viking hype.
Oh,
Viking.
yo, Viking hype. Viking hype.
Blushing.
Scotland. Very cool.
I mean,
Ireland, Scotland.
what time is it in these places? That's what I want to know.
Super, super late, dude.
I know.
What we got in London?
Oh, London. I mean, it's crazy. Like, I legit love talking about Game of Thrones, right? And that people love to talk about it, that they even like stay up a little bit longer, or they like, put that extra effort to talk about it. It's freaking awesome, man.
We got Smoker Honkus with that pansexual love. Hey, it's all good. We allowed to love each other. North Carolina. Grace from Baltimore.
Gray?
No, is she from Baltimore? I'm not sure.
He's like, is she though?
I'm not trying to get myself in trouble here.
No.
Fuck.
I just
I'm getting
assumed she was
this
like from like Kentucky or something. Like she has like that like accent, like the southern accent or whatnot. I'm telling you, I love the way that Gray talks. Like
man.
I could hear anything Gray reading anything. Like she could read a recipe for like macaroni and cheese, and I think it would sound cool. So shout out to Gray.
I'm blessed because I get to fucking listen to Gray and Secrets on Golden Company all the time.
I mean, I just love accents overall. To be honest, I just really do. I love it.
Moi, je parle français aussi. Je suis franco-ontarienne, canadienne. So some girls like that I speak French. I don't know.
Did you know that I actually took French in Dominican Republic?
Yo, really? That's pretty cool.
And I failed horribly, but I took it. So you know what I mean? Like, I think I know like up to like 3. I could like spell up to like 3. Un, I think it is. Doy. I say it like with a Spanish accent, so I don't even know. But I don't even know, man. All I know is I studied it and I failed horribly, like really bad.
Stutley Constable says subscribing to Ray's because he likes Gray Area's voice.
Thanks for subbing. I mean, no, but legit though, like, when I hear Gray, have you seen the movie Warriors?
A long time ago.
But you remember the voice on the radio?
Oh shit! Like,
yo,
that's
for some reason, I think of when I hear Gray, I think of like, it doesn't sound similar, but it reminds me of her. Like when I hear her voice, it reminds me of that person, and I just love that movie. So you know what I mean?
Whoa, why was Cameo banned?
Who?
Cameo was banned by Amelia.
I have no idea.
Oh, that must have been by accident. Okay, she's probably checking the message. Okay, just making sure because Cameo's good.
Sorry about that, Cameo.
Okay, yeah, Amelia can confirm she did not mean to ban Cameo. Hearts were racing all across the chat.
Yeah, no. What you call it? Like it's kind of uncomfortable on my laptop to be scrolling through the chat sometimes. It'd be bugging out.
And I wasn't trying to boss Ray's around, guys. He just wanted me to read all the stuff because I got my mouse and I can scroll back up and forth to read the question. Read the questions real fast. So just so you know.
Yeah, because the way that last time I had Kyle on, it kind of dropped and froze on me. So Kyle is doing me a solid right now, and he's like handling the chat a bit, and that's why I'm just like, you know what I mean, doing the little clips and whatnot in photos and handling that in Kyle's.
And as a host, man, I know this, man, because when I host Johnny and George and Gemma on Thursday nights, it's not easy keeping up with the chat. We had 192 people last Thursday, and it was almost impossible to keep up with. Like I think we missed like 50 questions. I'm like, guys, we try our best, but it's like, you know what I mean? Maybe I can set it to slow mode or something, but I don't want to do that. I want people to enjoy themselves as much as possible, you know? So
it gets crazy. But what do you want to do? Do you want to head out or?
It's up to you, man. I can stay a little longer. If you have to head out, we can totally go. Like I said, I'm more than open to coming on your channel more and doing this for the peeps. You guys know I love to live stream. If you want to make this like a regular thing until you and Amelia get back into your thing, I'm okay with that. You guys, I will be in Tennessee a couple weeks from now, but if you want to do a couple more streams on Saturdays, I'm sure we can. I mean, for your fans, we can do that. It's up to you, or we can continue going for a little bit longer. It's up to you. I'm really down for whatever.
I mean, let's go a little bit longer with these guys here in the chat. You know, because there's still a lot of people. And then let's give them, I don't know. Let's give it 8.
Let's do another 10. Like 8 minutes till 10:20 sounds good to me.
That's what I was gonna say.
So we got a mix. Okay, we got another question here.
All right.
Does dragon glass have an effect on whites?
I don't think so.
I don't think it does, eh?
I think that it's only directly on the White Walkers. It's interesting though how it has effect on the White Walkers when it made the Night King though. Like I want to see if they explain that or give us a bit of a more reasoning behind it, because the whole thing with Benjen too, it's like weird. You know what I mean? If you insert it into a living human being, it turns.
That's dying though.
Yeah, but I mean, if you
insert they did it to the Night King though, when
so
he was
like dying when they stabbed him. Like you know what I mean? Like they stabbed him and he was dying, wasn't he?
Well, I mean that to Benjen, but not the Night King. The Night King wasn't even dead, right?
They stab you with anything, it has the effect while he's being stabbed, so they're killing him, isn't it? Like the way I see it is, so when you're alive and you get stabbed or you get it inserted into you, it turns you into a White Walker. Then you could turn the original maybe White Walker that has the dragon glass in it could transfer it into other people, but then if you get more of it or you get a direct dosage, then it kind of like destroys you. I don't know. I want some.
It's fucking crazy. It's crazy, right?
I want a bit more of an explanation on that.
Okay, Anna Claudia from Rio de Janeiro has a question for us. She says, "Which is the fakest of fake news for you guys?" Someone hypothesized. Okay, I'm going to tell you 3 fucking theories that I hate. 1, someone said that Ned Stark was alive. I wanted to slap them across the face when I heard that. It fucking insulted me. Number 2, any theory that Rhaegar is still alive. I heard one that he's still alive at the Citadel. Fucking fake news to that shit. And 3, anything to do with like this person is that person is this person. Like Yurio is dead, Dario. You're Dario Benjen. Like fuck that shit. Get that shit out of my face.
To me, one of the ones that's like getting pretty old, is getting kind of annoying, like and repetitive to keep hearing it, is N plus A equals J.
Yeah,
like,
Ned and Shara.
Like, yo, the Ned and the Shara one, like, give that up. Like, it's not happening. Like, that's not a real thing anymore. So I think that definitely is one of those, like, you know what I mean? Theory videos that it's just like, yo, it's not real. Yeah. That one to me is like up there. And you know what other theory? You know what other theory is annoying? That Sansa won't betray Jon.
Yo, that is some serious shade, Race.
See how I threw that in there? You see how I just flipped that
fucking
on you?
thing. Do you think that? Wow, this is a pretty cool question. SM down H9. Do you think Dragon Glass can be pulled from the White Walker? I don't know, man. I think it might have just became part of them.
Yeah. I mean, you can't pull shit out of ice unless you break the ice. Like, you know what I mean? You chip at the ice. Like, so, yeah, I doubt that would be anything.
Fucking Dario is your own fake news.
No,
ooh,
not you.
Ooh, this is a good one. I've heard this one spoken about, like hypothesized about before. I think it could be possible. Bran does this time loop thing. You think that Bran will influence the Mad King to make wildfire so it's King's Landing in the future?
I mean, if it is true, what a lot of people tend to believe, I know that a popular theory is like Bran is like this person who is influencing events in the past. If that is the case,
the Lord of Light. Yeah, some people have said he's the Lord of Light.
It would totally make sense that, you know, he would be the one whispering weird shit at Aerys' ear.
The thing is, though, is that I think that Bran's going to be reluctant to go back and do these things again.
But he's
because
already did them though. Like,
yeah, that's right. But I think he's going to be reluctant to go back in Visions again because of what he did to Hodor. Like that shit is going to affect him mentally big time, right? So we'll like because Benjen told him he has to go back. What if he refuses to go back in Visions? Like maybe Mira has to have a talk with him and be like, "Yo, you have to go back despite you fucking shit up."
I mean, I think that Bran is a douchebag for what he did to Hodor, but I think that he has no choice in the matter. I think he has to do it because then you have like some paradox shit. Like, you know what I mean? Have you seen the Flash? Like, Barry Allen keeps going back.
Uh I heard about it. I don't know if I can get into the show because it triggers me like all this time bullshit.
I mean, but you know, that's kind of the thing. Like, if you keep going back in time and you keep fucking up with things, eventually they have to happen. And then, like, I don't know, it's a whole thing. Like, if you haven't seen the Flash, there's a lot of time travel in it in the future.
Could we see Ned Stark in a flashback again?
I wish it would be dope to see Sean Bean, but I love the actor who played young Ned. That's why he's one of the reasons why I wanted to see
Robert's
Robert's
Rebellion, yeah.
Rebellion. Yeah, like he was that good to me.
I think we still might get a Tyler Joy 2.0 because we have to see what happens. Like, because if we're getting the direct, like, if we're getting the direct happenings of each scene in episode one, like Kingdom of the North scene, shit like that, maybe we get Ned. We see what happens with Dawn and shit like that because they focused on Dawn. All sorts of stuff needs to get answered from that scene.
That woman, the woman who's in that room.
Yeah, Last Harpy put a fake news theory out today that she's Quaithy. Um, but hey,
Who? The woman in there.
yeah,
But isn't Quaith like blonde?
I have no idea.
He's like, I have no idea.
Fake news. Um, that'd be cool. I would love to see Sean Bean again, man. Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
I know he said he would like to be on, but I don't see any
They,
way that you.
yeah. You think they could? I don't know, man.
I mean, the only way I could see it is like if we were to see like, I don't know, the Greyjoy Rebellion or something like that, or like some weird shit like that. But I don't see why you would need to see that. You know what I mean? It has to be like a big event, or like Ned cleaning a sword, or talking to like the Weirwood or something, like talking about John or something. Like that's the only way that I could see something like that, because they kind of adapted the whole. Because in if I recall correctly, in the books, there's a scene where Ned is cleaning his sword, and he hears like Bran in the wind, right?
Yeah.
So they kind of did that, but in the Tower of Joy this time. So you know what I mean? They switched it up. So I don't know if we would get that, but that would be a scenario where we might get to see a Sean Bean, and we didn't get to see it. So I doubt it, but it would be cool.
Okay, let's take these last two questions, Ray, and then I have to go eat dinner.
Yeah,
Seriously,
me too, man. I'm starving.
Q&A. We'll answer these real quick. Do you think that Arya Stark will survive to want to see Melisandre? Well, Arya Stark will still want to see Melisandre after learning that she brought Jon back. I don't know what's going to go on with that one. It's crazy because I thought she was going to be in the Riverlands, and now she's on Dragonstone in the trailer. So.
That to me was crazy because I thought too that she was gonna like they were gonna like walk into each other, but I think that if she were to find out that she revived Jon, I think she would pardon him, especially after if she were to find out that she didn't even do anything to Gendry, like she didn't get to kill him. You know what I mean? She was going to, but she didn't get to. So all that aside, I think that it helps Melisandre's case to get off of Arya's list.
Yeah, I don't know. But they said they would meet again, so I don't think that's a throwaway line. I think that will have to happen. Any final thoughts on that one, Ray, before we jump into the last question?
Nah. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think that at this point, I think that it changed up a bit, and I don't think that Arya and Melisandre see each other this season.
And Steph, she says, what was the reason behind Jaqen training Arya? Like, like, did they target her?
I think that there's something more. We were talking about it earlier about the whole wave thing, and I know that you think it's like a fake news thing, but I think it's still a possibility. Like, what's one of those things that they say? If you don't see the person die on camera, they can still be alive. Guess what? We did not see die. We did not see the wave die. We see the whole candle thing swap. I think it's the total honest possibility that Arya might have been in the dust. Like, do I think that it's a big possibility? No, I think like 95% Arya is still alive, and then there's that small part of me, like that 5% that says Arya might have died that day.
Yeah, that's total fake news for me. I just Arya is one of Dan and Dave's favorite characters. Like I just don't think that would fuck the narrative over so hard. I just can't see it happening. Um now there's one comment that I wanted to point out, Ray. Anita says she wished these streams were earlier. Me and Ray kind of did this impromptu. Ray asked me a couple days ago, but I couldn't get back to him because of my schedule right now. It's absolutely fucking swamped. So I apologize because I had to give Ray like basically a last minute answer about tonight. So Ray's was originally going to go on by himself, and then I'm like, if you can do it earlier at 8, we can do it. But I had some stuff to do. I wanted to do it even earlier at 7, but
I mean,
I had some things.
I have been thinking about that. About possibly moving it up to 7 because it does seem more like it is a more comfortable time to actually join. So I'm probably might do that next week. Move it up to 7. If that's something that you guys want to know, or you guys would like for me to move it earlier, if it's something that benefits mostly everyone, I'll definitely try to do that. So just let me know in the chat and in the comments, and I'll definitely.
Because Anita says she's in Norway. She said, I believe so. And Amelia says yes, please, because of her meds. Her. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Everybody, you asked everyone in the chat. That's a fair question.
No, yeah, I mean, I definitely, because Amelia, that's one of the reasons why Amelia, because she does have the whole thing with her meds and whatnot. So I definitely will probably be moving them up to 7. I just didn't know, how it was for everybody. But if that is something that you guys definitely would like, I would definitely do that.
We have one last question.
Yeah.
And it's gray area. Ray's, confirm or deny, are you obsessed with Game of Thrones Funkos? Game of Thrones Funko Pops.
Wait.
Are you obsessed?
1. 2. Wait, let me do this.
Are you trying to count all of them right now?
3. 4.
Oh, God. We're seeing the collection.
This is how we're going to end it. That's 5. 6. 7. Ugh.
Ah!
8.
Yo, is that Melisandre? Oh, the Night King. Sweet.
This one is, I think, the rare one that I have. The Iron Throne.
Yo, I want a Sandor Clegane one so bad, but some of the really good ones sold out back in the day.
And then I have wait, let me see how I do this. How I balance these out. Oh shit. Ugh. Then
Are you trying to fucking stack them?
Yep. Then I have let me see, Viserion. And then last but not least, Danny. So I think that there's no better way to end this video after that. Am I right?
Yeah, I'm pretty down for that. I think everybody got their fix tonight. We did 2 hours and a half.
I mean, I have a stack. I have my whole stack right here of Game of Thrones pop figures in front of my computer, and I can basically see how I can't see how I'm gonna end this. But let me move them out of the way. Like I said, guys, earlier, it was so much fun today. Thanks for joining me and Kyle. Again, thanks to Kyle for joining me tonight. Hopefully, I'd like to have you on again soon. Anything you want to tell everybody in the chat?
Yeah, thank you everyone in the chat for coming to hang out. Everyone that came over from my channel, hopefully that you're subscribed to Ray's channel. Ray has been putting out regularly awesome content lately for Game of Thrones. If you haven't checked out some of his stuff, you definitely should, for sure. Ray keeps it 100. But yeah, I had fun tonight. If you want to have me back on, I'll come back on whenever I can. Like I said, schedule permitting. My Saturdays are usually my day off. I usually take my day off to it's not really a day off because there is no days off on YouTube. But I write during the day and I'm more relaxed, and then I'm available to kind of chill in the evenings. I usually try to go on like a date or something, or go out for dinner and shit like that on my Saturday nights. But
like I said, we're gonna see if we move this more comfortably for everyone.
Yeah,
And
if it's like 7 o'clock and we do like 7 till 8:30, and I can still go enjoy my evenings, I'm totally down to do Saturdays.
yeah, that. I mean, basically the reason I was doing it at that time was because I felt that 7 would allow me to come out from the street, get here, and still like later at night bounce. But like I said, we're gonna have it moved. Thanks everyone for joining us in the chat. Uh,
And we have Amelia too that can come join us. She says she wants to join. So.
yeah, of course. That's one of the things that I need to test out. We need to see how we actually could implement all 3 or like 4 people in the chat. I have to design some layouts and stuff for that. But Amelia, she's gonna be on here. Kyle, a whole bunch of other people, possibly Don Willie, a bunch of other YouTubers. Whoever you guys want to let me know in the chat. But as always, guys, it's a true pleasure. My name is Ray. Peace.